Folks, good morning and a new day. We're very near to closing the December and this is the Christmas week. Everyone, happy Christmas beforehand. Please let me know if you guys can hear me clearly and everything is perfect. Since the voice has no problem and you guys can hear me clearly. Love to talk about this calendar a bit and then we'll go for the chart to understand the importance of the calendar, the chart. According to the time, like December, January, according to the month. Bom dia, Jamil. Tudo bem? Muito bem, brother. Thank you. Obrigado. Hey, Gian. Good morning, brother. Sophia, good morning. Ares, good morning, brother. Tamimi, good morning, sir. How are you, sir? Just a second. আম্মা আমি লাইভে ঢুকতেছি বুঝছো আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে my mother just going to sleep so she just confirmed that she's going to sleep. I'll be okay now. Good morning, Sharada. Shujiban, good morning. It's clear. Thank you so much, brother. At least you confirm that it's clear. Thank you so much. Actually, this is the calendar, and you can see that I'm using forexfactory.com. If you want to use any other calendar, please go for that. I prefer Forex Factory calendar to understand the basic news. And you can see here it is only showing the red impact news, medium impact news, and the holiday. So I don't have any low impact news on my calendar. You guys can like customize it by yourself. However, today's Monday. We don't have any news today, not medium impact or the high impact news for USD. I don't care about any other news. I only care about the USD news. However, on Tuesday we have tentative news, and 8:30 we have kind of red impact news. So I don't need to worry about them because we are going to trade after 9:30. So we really don't need to worry about that. We have around 10 kind of medium impact news. Don't think so it's gonna give any kind of volatility. No need to worry about that. Wednesday we have kind of news around 8:30, simple, no high impact news or kind of CPI, PPI, or something like NFP, FOMC. We don't have anything over here, so it should be a perfect week to trade. Thursday we have the bank holiday. That means for the like the Christmas day. So it's a bank holiday, and I think the market is going to close around 1:15 p.m. On 15 p.m. market is going to close. It's not something like the whole day market is closed, not like that. But it's always better to avoid trading around Thursday, in my opinion. And Friday we don't have any news. So it's a normal week. Just you have to be careful on Wednesday because Thursday is holiday. Before holiday, if you have the uh, a day before holiday, okay, a normal holiday, if you have a day, remember just around the lunch hour, it's not forbidden to trade the lunch hour before the holiday. Most of the times the lunch hour is really so beautiful price action, not the morning session, but from the lunch hour market started to react with so much precision. Overall, this is December, so of course we are not going to expect some kind of precise price action. Instead of that, even though our bias is right, most of the time we are not able to hold the trade because there is a lot of consolidation, range bound market, or kind of like a highly volatile accumulation market. Most of the time we are going to see that it's gonna continue until second week of February. The whole January month is gonna be disaster in my opinion, but sometimes January month was is good. For example, last year January was so beautiful, so from February it started to react weirdly last year. Okay, not this year 2025, I'm talking to 2024. On 2024 the January month was so beautiful, so beautiful. Then from the February market started to act weirdly. February, March, April, May, June. Until June, the market was absolutely weird. After June, on 2024, market started to react so beautifully. It was for 2024 my worst year in my life. 2024 was disaster for me. Okay, it's kind of disaster. However, most of the years, December, January is really bad price action, and from February, like this 2025, from February to August, market was so beautiful, so precise. Suddenly, market started to react so beautifully. Keep that in your mind. Sometimes there is some kind of not the regular price action or regular expectation met, but most of the time the regular price action is gonna be so beautiful from February second week. But again, January price action can be so beautiful, but I'm expecting it's gonna be disaster like December. I don't need this on anymore, and this is the live streaming stage. Make sure you have guys push the like button. So 70 people are watching, 21 likes. Can you guys please push the like button? It's very important for our channel as well as for our community. So if you push the like button, I'll be very grateful to all of you guys. Thank you so much for pushing the like button and joining to our stream. If you're not my subscriber, make sure that you have subscribed to our channel and just turn on the notification button, because I really come for the live streaming most of the time. All of my teaching, whatever you say, it happens through the live streaming. This is the weekly chart for Nasdaq, and I'm of course using NQH March contract. And you can see this is the weekly chart, weekly high, weekly low. This is the range to that weekly range, and we have talked about this a lot last week, and we told that I don't want to see that the body is going to come here. Sorry, the market is coming here. Instead of that, I would love to see it will fall, then it will close above this line. So you will see a weekly week, if you guys remember it. So you can see market fall until here, then closed over there. So you are seeing just a week that has perfectly respected the 50% of that dealing range, weekly dealing range. That high has cleared all of these highs. That low has cleared all of these lows has been cleared by that low. It came to that dealing range 50% from the premium area. If it wanted to fall, it should not come to this premium area. Where when it came to this premium area, I'm expecting it will react with the 50% and then it will go higher, clear that high. If this market, after reacting from the premium, came to the deep discounted area, there could be two case of scenario. Either this market would do this type of long-term consolidation here, long-term consolidation, or finally it would do take that low over here, not that high. Most of the time it happened like that way, but when it failed to came to this deep discounted area or the lower quadrant area, instead of that respected so beautifully from the equilibrium, I'm expecting this is going to clear that high from the weekly chart. It's still my intention that this market is going to take that high. How it is going to take that high, it's a different matter. When we are going to go to the lower time frame, we'll be able to understand this. This is the top down analysis, the most boring part of trading. Nobody wants to listen this. Those people who are focusing over here from the last week, you guys will be extremely benefited, because without top down analysis you are not able to trade this market. It's nearly impossible to trade this market. You don't need to be right to your top down analysis, but if you have done this, when you are not right, you'll understand that why you are not writing. That means if I was expecting the bullish price action and I have seen it came here, I knew that it's not a bullish anymore, it's a bearish. So I wouldn't ask myself why it is falling, why it is falling, how long it will fall. I wouldn't ask that. For example, it came here, I would simply stop looking for the buy. Instead of that, would start to look for sell, because I have done my top down analysis and I knew that if it come here, it means it's a bearish market, not bullish anymore. That's why the top down analysis is the most important part of trading. This is a novel reading. You have to read the novel from the beginning. Without top-down analysis, trading is gambling. Going back to daily chart. So in this daily chart, if you guys remember, we have seen this buy side liquidity over here and the sell side liquidity over here. Oh, sorry, the low over here, high over here, because this high has cleared all of these highs. This low has cleared all of these lows. Now, if I mark from the high, from the bottom to the top, and if you see this is the lower quadrant area, we have talked about this gap, if you guys remember, and I told that it should not come to this area. More importantly, to this lower quadrant with this volume imbalance, it should not come over here. If it come here, it means I'm not bullish anymore. Either it is going to be a long-term consolidation or market is going to clear that low. I would love to see it will maximum trade the equilibrium over here, and then it will start to go higher. Now one candle actually closed below this equilibrium, nothing is wrong with that. Now next candle closed above this equilibrium, and then market started to go higher. Here there was the water block around here, if you guys remember, that was the water block. Now I was pretty much interested to see how far this market can. Okay, I'm just going to remove the quadrant level, and I would love to see how far this market can trade of that order block. We have already talked about this order block last week, so now you are seeing this on hindsight, but it was absolutely explained last week. I wanted to see it will trade at least until the opening, but it has traded until the midpoint of that order block. Now, it's absolutely it's okay, because you know the midpoint of that order block is mean threshold, and you are seeing how beautifully it has reacted from the mean threshold of that order block and started to go higher. My first intention to see, can it take this buy side liquidity and trade this bearish parabolic gap from that weekly area. Okay, this is that last parabolic gap from the daily chart. I would love to mark it as a daily last parabolic gap, just daily parabolic gap. I'm going to mark it here. I had a gap BPR, that was the BPR over here. So that specific day, I wanted to see it will trade the BPR low. So here, this candle low to this candle high, this is the BPR. It missed the low just for a bit. So I was wrong here, because I was expected this will trade at least until the low. It's not going to happen like trade the low and it starts to reverse. Not like that way. It has a job to finish. So I wanted to see it will trade the low of this BPR, and then it will fall a bit. Today, it will start to go higher. Maximum it will trade until the equilibrium of this B pair, and then it will give me a react, that is kind of reset, and today it will start to go higher. It didn't happen. Instead of that, it closed over there. I was absolutely wrong for this small portion of this area, and then today market open started to go higher. So please keep that in your mind, that this candle is showing so much speed toward the liquidity. That means it opened, started to go higher. This is the daily candle. It's a sign I'm extremely bullish. I don't have the time to make the manipulation after trading the mean threshold of the daily order block. Whatever gap it is going to create over here, I would love to see that gap is going to be unfilled. So when this candle will close, it doesn't mean that I will expect this will start keep going higher. I'm not interested to see that. If this candle keep going higher today, tomorrow I will start to think, can it fall one more time to trade this gap, which I want to see unfilled. It doesn't mean that it can't trade this gap. I really appreciate if it can trade this gap before going higher. It doesn't need to do that. We will see that later tomorrow actually, or after closing our today's price action. Right now I'm extremely bullish after seeing this candle around 9:30. What we are going to do, we'll see that when will be in the lower time frame. Right now, you have seen that market has traded the order block mean threshold, not random. I was expecting it will maximum fall until the opening. It has fallen until the mean threshold. Absolutely perfect to expect this type of small portion of the price action. However, you are seeing good bull candle, but trust me, from the 1 minute chart, 15-minute charts, it's very tough to trade these bull candles. It's look like a beautiful bull candle, but price action was disaster over here. So here you have seen that market has traded the equilibrium, went a bit below of this equilibrium. Don't need the perfect or the precision over here, like it will simply tap here and it will start to go here, not like that way. But I want to be very specific with this lower quadrant. It should not touch this lower quadrant. That means if it would love to fall a bit more, trade this small gap over here. You see, small gap is still acceptable, but I'm not going to accept it is going to trade the lower quadrant and it will start to go higher to take that high. It is not acceptable at all. So this is all about the dealing range. I have already talking about this for a long time now. I think 1 or 2 week already. So I think it's making sense to you guys if you are watching for me at least 1 or 2 weeks. I think it's making sense to you. If still you have some doubts, please let me know about that. Would love to go to the 4 hour chart. So here that was the candle I didn't expect at all. Here that candle I didn't expect at all. And then we have framed all of these buys, or we are expecting this to keep going higher at least for this high over here. Remember that was my target for last Friday. Market stopped over there. Market didn't actually take that high. I mean last Friday, because my interest to see the 50% of this BPR. I was wrong over here, unfortunately. However, right now this is the 4 hour candle, and if you mark the low and the high, you'll see there is a volume balance. I mean, sorry, the 50% area is over here. This market can maximum fall until this 50% area, which is aligned with a breaker block, low, high, lower low. The highest up close body close candle or the consecutive candles are the breaker block. So I prefer this market will fall, trade the breaker block, then it will start to go higher. It doesn't mean that it has to fall by today. it can fall tomorrow, which is the manipulation day. Of course, it can happen tomorrow. We'll take our decision depending on the price action from the very lower time frame, which is from 15 minute chart. Right now, I'm just watching it is trading this gap, which is a last fair value gap to me, because this gap is much more smaller comparing with this gap. So it's kind of entry gap. If you go something else, it can be the entry gap, it can be the last gap. I prefer this one as my last gap. So right now this market is trading that last gap. This 4 hour candle is going to close around 10 a.m. New York local time. We'll see how this is going to close. If it closes out this last gap, then it can keep going higher for these buy side liquidities over here. See this buy side liquidities over here, or maybe it will just start to reverse for this equilibrium area to that specific range over here, with aligned with the breaker block over here. And so you can ask me why this is the breaker, why it is the breaker block. You can see that market fall, clear the liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap, trade the fair value gap, order block here, trade the order block, market keep going higher. So here, whatever gap you are going to see after the order block has been traded, that's going to be your unfilled fair value gap. When this like very small gap, still that is the unfilled fair value gap. When the market finally came here and closed that unfilled gap so beautifully, I will start to look for low, high, lower low. It's my breaker block that gives me 95% winning rate if I go with the previous price action. Out of 100 times, it works 95 times. Okay, so you can see this candle that has closed above this candle, which has validated this one as a breaker block. Next candle fall, trade this highest up close body close candle over here, market started to go higher. I prefer it will be traded one more time with this gap. More importantly, this volume imbalance over here, I don't want to see it will, sorry, not volume imbalance, inverse gap. I don't want to see it will trade this inverse gap, but maximum it can tap to this inverse gap before going higher. I don't prefer that, but it can do that. I only prefer it will fall, trade that breaker block one more time, then it will start to go higher. It doesn't need to do that. It can just keep going higher, which I'm not expecting, but it can happen. We'll take our decision depending on lower time frame again. So from here, this is the hourly chart, and from the hourly chart, same thing. I'm not just interested to mark this buy side liquidities. You guys can mark that buy side liquidities, because I can see that these buy side liquidities are resided with this daily bearish fair value gap, which is an unfilled gap until now, until this market fall. Until now, this time it should trade this gap. From the hourly chart, to be honest, this is extremely bullish, so I really don't have anything to mark over here. Not going to mark anything over here, just nothing over here. Would love to go to the 15-minute chart to show you something very specific from the 15-minute chart. Now from 15-minute chart, you can see this is the extreme buy side liquidity. If you guys remember, all the buy side liquidities are residing over here. Below this buy side liquidity, I have another buy side liquidity here. Now because of the contract change, it doesn't look like a buy side liquidity to you, because when the contract has changed, this price was not there, so we are not trading this contract. That's why it seems like not the buy side liquidity. It has cleared that high. If you go to NQZ, you will be able to see that there is so beautiful buy side liquidity residing over here, so beautifully, and that is the real buy side liquidity, or relatively equal highs, because while this market was trading around here, we were on NQZ 2025, not NQ Haze 2025. On NQZ 2025, retail traders saw this as a resistance level. So this is still my buy side liquidity, which is my interest to see today, to see if it can go toward that buy side liquidity from the 15-minute chart, which is very near to this area. If it can go for that buy side liquidity, I'll be very happy to see that. However, if this wants to fall for this new week opening gap, this is new week opening gap, Friday close and Monday open, it will start to fall. I will have no problem. Right now, I have nothing to mark on my left. I don't care about anything on my left, nothing at all, except this extreme last fair value gap, which is too far from the market. So I'm not going to mark it right now, because if I can frame a buy from here, I'm of course not going to hold my trade until here, which is kind of 5-6 handle, something like that. Okay, 100, 200, 150 handle, something like that. However, I'm not interested to catch 150 handle. I'm more interested to catch like 30, 40, 50 handles. So I really don't need to mark them. Around 9:30, first I need to see this market will fall, then it will start to go higher. That is my expectation to see. If it works like that way, that is the best case of scenario. If it doesn't work like that way, keep going higher, start to keep going higher, I will let this market go. I'm not going to mark any kind of bearish or bullish fair value gap prior to 9:30, because this market is not in that situation. You can see simply it's a bullish market. Any kind of buy here is chasing market. This market can be extremely bullish. Go for that buy side liquidity. I'm not going to touch that buy. I'm not interested to chase the market because you can see market open, bounce, high, bounce, high, bounce, high, bounce, high. No manipulation happened. So without manipulation, I'm not interested to catch the buy. At the beginning of the run or around 9:30, if I find a selling opportunity, that is better opportunity for me to look for a sell. If it keep going higher, I will not touch that market. I'll let this market go. Instead of that, if it start to fall, I will try to find a selling opportunity. If I find it, I'll take that sell. If I don't, I'm not able to take that sell, I will keep waiting this market to reverse or start to go higher. I'll go for that buy. If it keep going higher, I'll let this go. Those people who are ICT PhD holder or any other qualification you have, and you will later tell me I took that buy over here, you are absolutely welcome. I don't have any complaint to you. Boom for all of you. I'm just trying to show you which is chasing market, which is price action. Be a patience trader. If you are not a patience trader, you are a chaser. Today you will make a lot of profit, tomorrow you will blow your account. That is very simple. Sometimes market makes this type of trap where people start to believe that, okay, I am able to take the buy here because market started to go higher from here and take that buy side liquidity. They're able to take the buy over here. This doesn't happen always. Sometimes, like in a month, maybe two, 3 times it happens. Rest of the time, it never happen like that way. So again, if I'm not able to frame any trade, let me go. You are free to frame your trade. You are free to push your button. I will only push my button, or I will only look for my trade if I feel confident, if I see everything is done. However, I think I'm done with my pre-market analysis. So far, I have covered almost everything, I think. Almost everything. If I miss something and if you have some kind of confusion, please let me know right now, because market is going to open within a minute. I have this sell side liquidity, which is my first intention to see can market fall for this sell side liquidity to be taken. And on my left, I think there is some sell side liquidity as well. Here, this low, that low. We'll see. This is 9:30 open. On my right hand side, there is the 15-minute chart. On my left hand side, this is a 1-minute chart. Just remember, I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy. Even though my bias is bullish, I'm more interested to see can this market fall. If it reverses this gap, that's gonna be my first selling opportunity from this inverse gap. Now you can say that, brother, why is that? I don't know it will give me that opportunity or not. On my left, from 1-minute chart, you'll be able to see there is some buy side liquidity just above this high. If you go over there, you'll be able to see that it's a great opportunity for me to look for a buy side, sorry, selling opportunity from this gap. If it inverts this gap, okay, again, if it doesn't, no sell is valid. Let me see the opening gap. Yeah, there is a huge opening gap as well. This is going to be my first sell for today. Here, stop loss is going to be above this high, which is, you can see 10 handle, something like that. Nothing to do, very low volatility. If it doesn't take me, that's gonna be my bad luck. I will start to look for another selling opportunity from a lower, from a bit lower. I wish it will take me. If it doesn't, that's a bad luck. Okay, pure bad luck. Okay, there you go. Stop loss can be a bit above of this high. The partial should be around 1:1, which is kind of 20 handle. Okay, I got a stopped out here. So first trade I tried here, and it's a losing trade, unfortunately, which is a 10 handle, 11 handle loss. I think it's an internet problem or something like that. Liquidity has been taken, some kind of liquidity has been taken. Can I take a buy right now? Of course we can do that, but I prefer this market fall for this sell side liquidity over here first, then it will go higher. Now Can I look for a buy right now? It's highly risky for me to think about a buy. Just and it should be closed because I'll try to take the re-entry. I'm not interested to go for the buy yet. I really prefer this market to fall for the sell side liquidity at first, then it will start to go ahead. Even though it has taken some kind of sell side liquidity over here, this low has been cleared, but still I'm not convinced by the market to fall. This one leg happened and really don't care. I will wait for this market to close below this gap one more time to take a resell. It will close below this gap. I'll take a resell over here. This time the stop loss is gonna be a bit bigger above this high. So here, if it come to this gap again, I'll take the sell again. If it doesn't come here without clearing the sell side liquidity, if there is a gap over here, I'll try to take that sell from this gap. If it doesn't come here, instead of that, if it build a gap here without clearing the sell side liquidity, I'll try to take that sell from this gap. I'm just not interested to go for any kind of buy until this sell, at least this sell side liquidity to be cleared. Whatever gap it is going to be create here, I'm going to take the sell from this gap without clearing the sell side liquidity. If it cleared the sell side liquidity, I have nothing to do. This is the bad thing on December happened where you took the entry here, it stopped you out, then it is going for that sell side liquidity. That is the best, I mean, sorry, that is the worst part of trading on December. In normal days, you are not going to see these candles over here. So I can't, okay, unfortunately, I was not able to take that sell. I should remove this one. But that was the plan actually, that to take the sell from this area. Unfortunately, that candles happened over here. You are going to see that if you get stopped out, you will take the re-entry. You will try to take the re-entry without thinking that this is going higher. If it started to go higher, let it go. But you should keep looking for the selling opportunity. However, this gap is too big right now. I really don't know I should go for this gap or not because it has already cleared a lot of sell side liquidity here. A lot of sell side liquidity has been cleared. I really don't know I should go for that or not. I think I should let the fall go and then we'll start to look for the buy again. I think I have some kind of internet issues. The next liquidity is here and the volume imbalance is over here. I think we can go for this trade actually. We can go for this trade. Yeah, we can go for this trade. If we trade this gap, we'll try to take this sell again until the best area. Yeah, from the 50% of this gap, I'll try to take this sell again. So from here, I'll try to take this sell again. But it can simply trade this gap low and then keep falling. If I would love to take the sell from this gap low, I have to cover the 50%, which is risky. So here I'm taking the risk to miss out this trade. That means I'm not framing the trade from here because I'm not able to put my stop loss over here, which is 40 handle, which I think is going to happen. But I will prefer this market to come here first and then start to fall. If it go happen, I'll try to catch that sell until this new week opening gap. I'm just not sure that it will give me the entry from here or not. But because of the stop loss, I will try to frame it over here. If I miss it, I'll miss it. Then I'll start to look for buy again from this uh, new week opening gap. I think I'm gonna miss it. But let's say as the market immediately gave me the reaction from here, can it react from the midnight open and send the market higher until the equilibrium before falling? Until this area. See. Again, I'm taking this risk because uh, I don't wanna take a sell over here, put my stop loss over here. At least that's a huge stop loss for me. So I'll try to catch the run from the equilibrium and then until the new week opening gap. So I'll try it as the immediate reaction has been happened. So I don't need to worry about the candle countings because the immediate reaction has been happened already. I'll just would love to see if it can go until there and then start to fall. If it can do that. I wish it will give me. If it doesn't, then bad luck. Again, if I would love to take this entry over here, according to my stop loss, has to cover the 50% of this gap, which is risky actually. But if you are free, you are good with that, you can try that one. But actually, I have to cover this area, that candle high. I have to cover that candle high, which is kind of 30 40 handle. That's why I'm not taking the entry from here. Instead of that, trying to frame the trade from the equilibrium. Can see if it can reverse from this equilibrium, sorry, the midnight open, reach the market here, then can fall. Maybe I'll be able to catch that run. Otherwise, if it trade the low and then start to fall for this opening gap high or new week opening gap high, maybe I'll miss this trade. On normal time, you are not going to see these candles. Trust me, brother. You are not going to see these candles because it has cleared all the liquidity. Market fall, validate this inverse gap over here, trade that inverse gap, will start to fall. Like that fall you'll be able to catch by that specific candle, but here it is just bit manipulative over here. Should not do that. And next time it didn't also given me the re-entry opportunity. If it could do that, I would be able to enter over here from this gap again. So for just 11 handle loss, it's nothing at all. 11 handle is nothing at all. Let's wait to see if it can give us another opportunity to take the sell. Not interested to look for any kind of buy until this market is not going to close above this gap from 1 minute chart. If it close above this gap, we'll use this gap as a reclaimed gap to take the buy. But I prefer this market to fall for this new week opening gap at first, which is 640, and then it will start to go higher. If it happens or come here, I'll start to look for buy again from that area. Until then, I'll try to frame the sell setup. However, if I take the sell from here to here, it could be a good 50 handle run. Unfortunately, I didn't take it because the stop loss was too big. We'll have to see if it can reverse from there. SMT NQ. Let me check. I don't know why it's not showing. I think it's because of the internet issue like that. Come on, guys, please go a bit higher before falling. React from the midnight open. Go higher, then fall. I don't care about all of this consolidation because I don't need to count the candle. And on December, what happened most of the time after a run, market start to consolidate. So either way, I'm gonna be safe over here because not going to catch any kind of sell from this consolidation. We'll see if this market go higher, which is above the consolidation, then start to fall or not. I wish it will take me again. Entry should be from here, stop loss here, which is nearly impossible. So at least there, which is still 43 handle. Huge for me. I'm not interested to put my stop loss over here. Or I should take the entry from here, stop loss at least cover the min threshold of that, sorry, 50% of that in that gap, which is risky. Sometimes weak did the damage. I don't want to take that risk right now because after taking a losing trade here, 11 handle losing trade over here, I don't want to take that risk. Would love to see if it can reach to the 50%, then fall here, we'll take that sell. If it doesn't do that, I'll simply let this run go and we'll start to look for a buying opportunity. I'm showing you everything. Choice is yours, how you're going to work with the trade. When I got stopped out here, remember what did I say? It can start to go higher. I don't care. I'm not going to take that buy. I'll let this buy go. I prefer this market to fall fast, at least for this sell side liquidity. And now I'm seeing this opening gap is more obvious to me because this candle is going to close like a bear candle. So I really don't care about the bullish market. I prefer this market to fall for this area first, then it will start to go higher maybe. However, the sell is from there. I never talked about a buy. That is the first part you have to understand. That is the benefit of the higher time frame analysis, because you know what is going to happen and how it is going to happen. So you really don't care about this one candle which stopped you out. You're not immediately switching your thinking that it's now going higher. I really wouldn't take any kind of buy. Instead of that, when it would come here somewhere, I would start to look for inverse gap if possible, or 22 YT model if possible, to take the sell again. Wouldn't go for the buy. BADZ is important if you're trading through NQ1, which is running contract. It's actually adjusting the contract change price. So B adjust is if you are using NQ1 instead of NQH, that means that is the running contract. You have to adjust, I mean, you have to toggle it to one, BADZ. ADZ. You have to toggle it on. I don't think so. It's going to give me the entry, so I'm going to remove it. Wait, it takes too much time. No buy, nothing. I'll let, if this market keep going higher, I will let all the buy go. I prefer this market to fall for this area first, then let's look for the buy. Otherwise, it will close above this gap. I'll start to look for buy from the same exact gap. Until then, I'll keep looking for a selling opportunity. I prefer this market will work like this way. It will go higher, trade this area, then fall, trade, then fall again. If it happens, I'll try to look for a sell around this area. Remember, my higher time frame bias is not bearish, but for the market to go higher, it should fall first. I'm bullish. Let me check the opening gap. I think it closed the 50% of the opening gap. That is the 50% market is reacting from the opening gap 50%. The opening gap 50%, okay? And this is the normal price action for December. Leg consolidation, long time consolidation. Then again leg consolidation. A very usual price action for December, January. So if you are not right to your first leg, or that means you are looking for a buy, you missed the sell, or maybe you take the sell, you got stopped out, you are never like us. We didn't get another opportunity to take the sell. Means we have already missed the opportunity, first move. Then now we have to observe or I mean digest this consolidation. Then we have to frame another trade for another leg. Just we have to wait. 15-minute candle closed as a bear candle. It's going to build a bearish gap, then it will trade this bearish gap, then it will start to fall. If it happens like that way, I'll be able to take another sell until this upper quadrant here, opening gap upper quadrant level, which is aligned with the new week opening gap from today, from this week. Hey Archana, good morning. Livingston, big boom. Didn't get the re-entry opportunity, brother. Oh, okay. You got that run, Livingston. Congratulations, brother. Good morning, Mahadi. FL Trader, SMT. I don't know why it's not holding. I mean, showing the lower chart. I have no idea. The NQ, sorry, ESG chart, but I really don't know why it's not showing. Thank you, Sophia, for the penguin. How are you, Sophia? Let me see what is happening on YM actually. Mm-hmm. YM is supporting the bearishness as well, like it was bullish and then started to fall. Like here, this is a big, not kind of perfect opposite way, because we are seeing a big bearish candle for NQ here, and YM is showing me a big bullish candle and then a big wick over here. Okay, so kind of not exactly correlation, but they are correlated. The ES and the YM, sorry, NQ is correlated. I prefer this market will go higher first, then it will fall, and YM is going to react the same way. That means YM is going to support the NQ and ES to fall, because ES and NQ are showing perfect bearishness. Just this guy is consolidating. This YM is consolidating. But these two guys are showing the perfect bearishness. You can see the here bearishness, blue big bearishness, bullishness. So it is the opposite way, which is going as the SMT, giving us the SMT over here. And I really prefer this is going to support the NQ again, and it will start to fall. But we'll see. Can find another opportunity. I would love to catch that sale. Actually, unfortunately, I failed. It didn't. It stopped me out because of this bad price action. Then didn't give me the re-entry. If it would give me the re-entry, I would take the re-entry over here after taking 11 handle loss. Just remember, 11 handle loss. So, brother, it's a bullish market right now. No, I'm not going to take that buy because I have no idea how far it will go. Is it going to take that high, small, that high, and then start to fall, or is it going to trade the low of this gap and then start to fall, or is it going to 50% then start to fall, or it will keep going higher? I have no idea how far it will go higher, so I'm not going to take the buy here. Instead of that, I will wait this market to come until around the 50% or whatever bearish order block it is going to build. If it build a bearish order block, I'll look for that sell again. On the other hand, on my right hand side, you can see this is an old week opening gap. This is the high of the old week opening gap. This is the 50% of old week opening gap, low of that old week opening gap. This candle strongly broke that old week opening gap that has been respected before a bit, I mean, here, bit respect as a support, then broke it strongly. This candle come back again, trade it as a resistance. Love to see can it hold the market, send it lower again. We'll just wait to see if it can come here and then build a bearish order block. If it doesn't do that, keep going higher. It will close above this gap. I'll say that, oh, okay, no, it doesn't want to trade the here, this area. It doesn't want to trade this area. Instead of that, it would love to keep going higher because it's extremely bullish. However, if this candle closed below this candle, I would love to take a sell from this order block. If it closed below this candle, remember, it's gonna be my new sell. If it doesn't close, no sell is valid. Stop loss above that candle. Target same old week opening gap, sorry, new week opening gap. If it close below this, then this sell is valid. Otherwise, it's not a valid sell. It will keep going higher. I'm not going to take this sell. Remember, I'm just trying to catch the order block sell from the 22 YT model. If it doesn't build it from here, I'll look for that order block from the equilibrium area. Here is two confluences I have. First, the old week opening gap. Second, the 1 minute 22 YT model. It will close one tick below this line. I'll try to take that sell, but it has to close below that line. It will keep going higher. I'll start to look for bearish order block again from there. It come here, I'll start to look for buying opportunity. No more sell is valid anymore from here. It's not valid anymore, so I'm going to remove it because it went through this high by trading this bullish fair value gap over here. I have to look for another break order block again. Not going to take the sell from the equilibrium anymore because it takes really too long to come here. If it could happen immediately, I would take that sell exactly from there, or maybe very near from this area. But right now, I'm not going to take the sell because it takes too long by reacting the 50%. I'm just not sure that is it keep going higher and keep going for the buy side liquidity or something like that, or is it going to reverse from there? I have no idea right now. That's why I'm not framing the sell from here. I need the confirmation entry. What is the confirmation? Order block. I need the order block entry right now. It is trading the old week opening gap high. Just right now, it has traded the old week opening gap high. It will close below this candle. It's my order block. We'll try to look for the sell from the order block. I need the confirmed entry. We have a loss of 11 handle. Just don't forget about that. Very small gap. I really don't wanna see this gap works as a last fair value gap. I really don't wanna see that. Which is also, yeah, we'll see. Whoever is interested to take the buy, please go for that buy. I really appreciate it guys. I really happy for you to get the boom. I'm not going to take any kind of buy until the market is not going to close above this gap. I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. Right now, this is my order block. I'm not able to put my stop loss above the order block. You can see it's 30 handle. In this low volatile market, I'm not interested to take a 30 handle loss. Or I can do it like this way. Put my stop loss over here, move my entry a bit higher, kind of there, kind of here. Okay, I think I should take that risk. That's not from the order block. There will be an opportunity to miss this trade as well. Big way to fall. It is trading the upper quadrant of the opening gap right now. This is the upper quadrant level of the opening gap. uh, Old week opening gap low, 50% high, all of this area cleared the buy side liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap from 22 YT model, left some sell side liquidity over here. You can see not kind of beautiful sell side liquidity because it has traded this 1 minute last fair value gap as well here around this area, but some kind of sell side liquidity market left over here. This is my interest to see can it go for that. Big run consolidation. It will keep going higher. I will try to frame my buy while it will close above this gap around here. Exactly from this gap. Just remember, exactly from this gap, which is a perfect reclaimed gap. I will start to look for buy from this gap. If it keep going higher, which I'm not preferring actually. This two consecutive candle is now the bearish order block so far. These two candles. Deep premium area, maximum area can go. Why? It came from the deep discounted area. Maximum it can go until here before falling. If it doesn't want to fall, perfect. It will keep going higher. I will try to frame the buy while it will close above this gap. If the 50-minute candle close above this old week opening gap, maybe I will not look for any kind of sell anymore. If the 50-minute candle close above this old week opening gap, maybe I will not look for any kind of sell anymore. Not going to take the entry from this gap, not going to take the entry from this gap, not going to take the entry from the word block, nothing. I'll just waiting to find a selling opportunity. It will close above this. I'll start to look for buy, but it's a deep premium. No, brother, it's not a deep premium area. Your buy side liquidity is here. So when this market will go above this line, it's a deep premium right now. After that, until then, you are in discounted area. My sell is gonna be invalid if the 50-minute candle close above this old week opening gap. Then I will not take any kind of sell. Even if this market keep falling, I'm not going to take that sell. So here, this is my higher time frame PDR right now that is holding my bias. This old week opening gap that is holding my bias. Hey guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. Can it go higher? Of course it can go higher. We want to see it will keep going higher. But before that, I need the confirmation, because the way this candle closed over here, it has told me that I'm more interested to trade that volume imbalance. So when it is telling me to look for that volume imbalance, I will keep waiting for a selling opportunity. It didn't give me the sell, I didn't take the sell. Now, am I missing the buy? Of course not. I know that my buy is going to be valid again while it will close above this gap, or more importantly, when it will close above this bearish gap. So if you don't know how to mark this reclaimed gap, you don't need to worry about that. When this gap is going to be broken, then you can start to look for a buying opportunity by thinking that market is coming for this buy side liquidity. So we are not missing anything. At the same time, you will see that this is going to work as a support. Maybe. But until then, you should look for this real liquidity void area here. So we are not missing anything. Ah, YM looks hard to trade. Have you traded it? No, I never trade the YM. YM is the what to say? I mean the kind of a tool for us to understand the bias. YM is something like that. Also, I'm fan for your macro system. Please continue that system, but it's not going to work over here. The macro, nothing is going to work here until February. So if you're fan of macro, you have to wait until second week of February, brother, to see the market or to react with the macro, how the market is actually working with the macro. What is new week opening gap? Friday closing, Sunday opening. Friday closing price and the Sunday opening price, if there is a gap, that's called new week opening gap. And sometimes your bias is sell and sometimes bullish. I really don't understand you, brother. You are not going to understand me because you are not listening from the beginning. That's the problem. If you have listened from the beginning, you knew that our bias is bullish, but we expected the bearish run first before going higher. When this candle closed over here, which is kind of the 50%, of course, a perfect area, but as we have this bear, I mean, sorry, what to say, I mean, this area, that area, so we are not able to look for the buy until it's not going to close around this area, or more importantly above this area, because it didn't trade this new week opening gap. So if it could fall until here, we didn't we don't need to wait for anything else. We could start to look for the buy. All the buy run, we could get that. But as the market didn't came here, which is an unfinished business, instead of that traded the 50%, now started to go higher. I'm not able to look for that buy. Now you can see that 15-minute candle has closed above this old week opening gap. I'm not able to take the sell anymore. I have to look for the buying opportunity right now. So I'll prefer to look for the buy. Now it will keep falling. I will have nothing to do. Nothing to do. I'll let this fall. My bias is bullish, but it's from the daily chart, from the hourly chart, 4-hour chart. From 15-minute chart, we have an exact idea how the bullish bias is going to work. So if you go to the daily chart, what you will see, this candle open, come until here, a bit fall, it will start to go higher again. You're going to see that nothing over here. At the end of the day, you will see there is a bull candle. For example, from the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart, what you are seeing around here, this is the high which has been respected with this gap, last gap from here, so it respected from there, came here, fall here, then started to go higher again. So that fall on 1 minute chart, just that fall from here to here, that fall from 1 minute chart is this whole fall. As we are trading 1 minute chart, from here to here, that fall is from 1 minute chart, from 4-hour chart, where you are seeing just a fall, 122 handle. That's gonna be, that's gonna our target, but it doesn't mean that I'm bearish. So you have to listen, just not watch the entry. You have to listen why, how we are going to break it. Now you see this is falling, that is falling. This candle, look over here. I don't care how you are going to trade it. I really don't care. This candle closed above this gap. I'm not allowed to take any kind of sell anymore. But brother, you were looking for sell. For example, this candle failed to close above this new week opening gap. I would start to look for sell right now over here. For the first time, it will tap over here, this candle. I would take the sell from that candle. This candle could tap here. I would take that sell and I would hold my trade for the old week opening gap. Now, I'm not going to take that sell. Or maybe I wouldn't go for this sell from here, would love to go for the sell from here. Now, I'm not going to take the sell. Do you know why? Because this candle has closed above this new old week opening gap. So it will keep falling now. Trade this gap, I'll miss all of this trade. I'm not allowed to take any kind of sell anymore. I'm only able to take the buy. When it will go above this area again, I'll start to look for buy. So first, I wanted to see it will close above this gap to take the buy. Now I don't need to worry about this gap to be broken. First time, it will close above this old week opening gap. I'll go with my bias to take the buy. I don't care about the fall anymore. I'm not able to catch any kind of sell anymore. I have to look for the buy only. But this is a bearish market, brother. Market is going to fall. I'm not able to do that. Do you understand the point? Anybody? This is how you should read the market. You have to respect the PDRS. It's not something I'm seeing bullish, so I'm buy. It's not something it's bearish, I'm sell. Until there, I was extremely bearish. I wanted to catch that fall. Now I'm not able to catch that sell. Even if it falls, I have to let this fall go until this 50-minute candle close below this area, below that area. I'm not able to catch any kind of sell. Two types of things can happen. First, I will miss the fall and market will fall without me. Second, it will close and then it will give me the selling opportunity, then it will fall. These two type of things can happen. Both of the scenario I'm ready to accept, because I am not able to look for any kind of sell anymore. I have to look for the buy, which also I can't take while this market is below this area, because it can be respected, market can start to fall. So I have to let the market decide what it wants to do before giving me the entry. Brother, there's no audio. We can't hear you. Are you kidding me? Guys, can't you hear me? Yes, sir, I'm bullish. So my question is, will you continue macro series in future 2026? Sometimes if I see more people are interested actually, then I'll look for the macro. Because I've done it like 2 years ago, brother. I was in live. I did it in live every day. But it's been 2 years. I have to study that again. Your sound is fine. Good morning, Tito. Loud and clear. Sound is good. Can hear you. Okay, one guy just told that he can't hear me. There is no audio. Brother, I think you have to close it and reopen it, something like that. Thank you, Sharada, for confirming. Jian, thank you, ma'am. Remember, whoever is interested to take the sell, you are welcome. Take the sell. I'm not able to take any kind of sell. I will wait for this market to close above this old week opening gap to take the buy now. Suddenly, I moved from sell to buy now. And I will be wrong here. Market will fall here to this old week, new week opening gap. I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm not going to take the sell until the 50-minute candle close below this area. If I miss it, I'll miss it. So how I'm printing or how I'm painting this market. Please try to focus. Just don't get confused by that stopped out and you will start to say that, oh, he got stopped out. No, man, you are not going to see this on February. I promise you. You are not going to see this on February. You will see it will tap to this gap and you got that boom. You have to understand that when you should look for sell, when you should look for buy. And without understanding these things, small things, this is a mystery to you where this market is going. I'm not saying this market is going to fall right now. See, clearly it is falling, but I'm not able to take that sell. If it wouldn't close above this area, trust me, man, I'm already in this trade from here. Maybe I have already taken the partial over there. But right now, I'm not able to take that on. If I push the button, means I'm a chaser. I am not understanding this market. I'm not taking any trade depending on the price action. I'm just pushing it because I'm seeing this is a bearish market. So without understanding, I'm pushing the market. And sometimes I'll get the boom. I'll be very happy. Like here, I got stopped out. If I wouldn't get stopped out, I'd be very happy because I got the boom. And when I get stopped out, I'll immediately switch my bias, will start to use this gap to take my buy. This is going to happen because I will start to see this is a bullish market. You have to understand what you are doing. I'm seeing this market actually fall, cleared this low. This is a swing low as a liquidity. As a liquidity, market has cleared those liquidity. It will start to go higher again. This is the origin low of this whole price action. I don't want to see this low will be taken. Instead of taking this low, this market will start to go higher. First time it will go above this area, not from 15-minute chart. I don't need to wait a 15-minute candle close above this gap anymore, because it has already confirmed here. See this candle on my right hand side? It has already confirmed I'm bullish. So this is a manipulation. 1 minute candle will go above the high of this old week opening gap, or at least above the consequent crossment of this old week opening gap. I'm ready to go for the buy. So this fall, I'm seeing just a manipulation, but I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Market is keep falling for this area. I have nothing to do until this 50-minute candle is not going to close. For example, this 50-minute candle has closed below this old week opening gap. Then what I should look for? Only sell. I'm not allowed to take any kind of buy. But without falling, market started to go higher. So I will miss that trade again. This is a normal price action on December, where it is very confusing and you have to switch your bias here and there. I hope it's making sense to you guys. So loud and clear. If anyone is having issues, please refresh or close YouTube and try again. Thank you, FL Trader. Mahdi, thank you so much. Mahdi, how are you, brother? Everything's good, brother? And you are at home, right? Sorry, guys, I was just talking to the market a long. I was focusing on the market. I really missed some of your comment. If you have asked me already anything, just ask me one more time. I'll try to reply you right now. But I'm trying to practice the market direction with you guys. I'm just trying to do that. It's a great opportunity for all of us to learn the market with the price action, just not depending on the run here, that run or that run. We are not going to see that run. For example, you are bullish. Okay, you are bullish. If you would take that run, look at that reversal right now. So when it was going here, what did I say? I'm not interested to catch that run. I don't know how far it will reach. I'm more interested to take the sell. Just think like that way. It didn't close above the old week opening gap high. It didn't close over there. What, I'm already in a trade. Either from this consecutive order block, which was my first priority, or maybe from this bearish gap, which I didn't get. However, maybe from here I took the entry. Stop loss is gonna be above this consecutive order block. Going to take a 1:1 partial, which is here, around here. I would take a partial 1:1 by putting this here, 1:1 partial. Would put my stop loss to the break even, and then let the market fall until this area. If it wouldn't close above this old week opening gap, when it has closed, I'm not taking any sell over here. So this small price action force me not to take that sell. Now you will say, brother, you are missing the trade. I'm not missing the trade, because this small habit will help me to avoid thousands of the losing trade. Just one missing trade is not going to prove that the whole concept is going to fall. No, nothing. So now the highest probability is buy. If it go higher, I'll try to take that buy. If it doesn't, I'll miss this trade. Simple. If it wouldn't do that, look at that fall. See that fall. Where? Until there. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. So I am going to miss this trade. So can I take the sell right now? No, I can't take the sell right now until this low is not cleared, or the 15-minute candle close below this old week opening gap. If it closed below this old week opening gap, for example, this candle closed below this old week opening gap, I'm going to mark this gap as my breakaway gap, this gap as my entry gap. So for example, next, what to say, I mean the three candle, right? After this candle, there will be three more candle that gonna close below the old week opening gap. This is gonna be my breakaway gap. I'm going to prefer, this market will never come to this breakaway gap. Below this breakaway gap, this is my first bearish gap. I'm more interested to take the sell from this gap here, take the sell here until around here, but not now. I can't take the sell right now. If it tap over here, I'm not able to take that sell until this 15-minute candle is not going to close. But brother, it is going to close it below this area. That is highly risky. It is called prediction. I'm going to predict that it's gonna close below this, because it's very near to closing, like 3 minutes left, very near to close. I'm gonna predict that and going to take the sell from here, putting stop loss above this high, around that high, and going to target the old week opening gap high. It's called predicting. Sometimes I do that. Now it's a bit risky but valid. I'm just telling you everything. That is called predicting, that it is going to close below this old week opening gap. So I don't need to worry about taking buy anymore. I can start to look for sell. Yeah, I can start to look for the sell from the most logical level, which I can miss if I wait for the 15-minute candle to close below this old week opening gap. I hope you guys got the point. I will see if it can actually hold it for 2 more minutes, then start to fall. According to my understanding of premium discount, I'm expecting the low to be taken. I could be wrong, but it's my understanding. If you ask me, that low should be taken. First of all, this high to that low, it could go until the equilibrium. There was nothing wrong. It could go that, but until it is not going to go above that high, there is a high probability to take that low over here. It's a high probability. Now, at the same time, it has traded the equilibrium, failed to go to the deep premium area. That is also another sign. I'm going to clear that low over here. See this candle? That could be my entry over here, just exactly from that candle. And according to Suzivan, from there, I can take a partial below that candle low. Just a partial over here. 1:1 from this gap. I taught you this gap, remember? Two fair value gap. But it is called what? Predicting. The 50, brother, this is not a rocket science. This is a very small science. Like after 42 minutes, this candle is going to close. Sorry, 42 second, it's gonna close. So I can predict that this market is not going to move from here to here within 40 candle. It's not a rocket science. It's a very small science. That market maybe, it of course it can, brother. Of course it can come here and close above this old week opening gap. There is nothing wrong. But it's a simple math. Within 30 seconds or within 1 minute, maybe it's not going to close above the old week opening gap high. So what I'm going to predict, I'm going to take the entry over here by predicting this candle is going to close below this area. We'll take the sell here, cover that candle high. We'll try to take the partial here, hold my trade until there. Again, 50-minute candle has closed below this area. I'm only interested to take the sell. What happens sometimes, I miss the trade already over there. Market already missed the trade. If it come back again after closing, maybe I'll be able to take the resell from this area if it comes. But most of the time I miss the trade. That's why I predict that this candle is going to close depending on the time. Okay, it has just left 2 minutes left and it went too far from that area or the PD array. So I'm going to predict that it's gonna close over there below the area. I'm not interested to miss this trade. So I'll take the entry from here without missing. But if I miss it, for example, I didn't take it, I will wait this candle to come back again to give me the entry. So this candle could be my entry. Not that candle, but maybe this candle will be my entry over here. That is like without any confusion, conservative entry. This is a conservative entry. In short, that's a conservative entry. That means I don't want to take any risk, brother. 1 second is more than enough. 1 second is more than enough for this market to close over here. So I don't want to take that risk. I would love to see candle close and then, but most of the time again, I miss the trade. Market doesn't give me the entry. I miss the trade. But if it do, I'm happy because I'm lucky over here. So that could be the entry over here. Stop loss above that high plus maybe two handle or one handle, something like that. Above that high, that candle has built that entry fair value gap. Two fair value gap logic. Remember, breakaway gap, entry gap. In between these two gap, there is no other gap. But brother, you are taking the sell in the deep discounted area. It's not the deep discounted area. It's the perfect discounted area before this market to fall. It's the perfect area before this market to fall. 15-minute candle open, went higher, which is the manipulation. It will start to fall. What else do you see over here? Relatively equal lows around this area. Market has left some kind of relatively equal lows over here around this area. I would love to show you this exact kind of scenario Just a second. Why you see that I am taking the loss? Look over here. That is the Thursday price action. The Thursday price action. Okay. Look what happened. Go higher, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. Fall failed to take that sell side liquidity. It was in range bound. The whole day market was in range bound. Market was not moving anywhere. That is called the December price action. That is why sometimes you will see a very bad price action. Market is not taking any liquidity. It's a range bound market. See, perfect range bound. Let's go to Friday price action. This is the Friday price action. Here, that was the run exactly around the opening. And then the rest of the day, look, market never moved anywhere. It was in a range. This candle high, that candle low. This was the range. Market was in ranging. Never ever went anywhere after 944. That was the last candle. Beautiful candle. 944. Then this is the price action. Am I wrong here? No, the price action is bad here. So here, according to the logic, this market now should fall from this gap here. Now, if it doesn't fall and take at least this low, that should be taken. It means that it's more interested to do another range. But still, we are trading, so we have to find it out. An opportunity, we have to see it as an opportunity to take the sell, because we have already taken a loss of here 11 handle loss. We are taking another risk of 17 handle. At least we'll try to take a partial below this low, which is 22 handle, I think, kind of. Yeah, 23 handle, something like that. We'll try to catch that run over here 1:1, and then hold my trade until this what to say, I mean the uh, new week opening gap. Low has been taken on ES. That's cool. That means ES, sorry, NQ is going to follow that guy. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you agree with. Yeah, of course, it's the most logical thinking over there. That's the most logical thinking, in my opinion. Again, rocket science is easier. Under any circumstances, the rocket will explode itself, but the price action reading is mind blowing. See, it's moving from there around here by leaving this low. It's absurd. It's weird. What does it mean? That means I have to start to. Am I going to follow the Friday and Thursday price action? Am I going to follow them? That means it's gonna leave this liquidity and coming for this area one more time. Then it will fall again. It's gonna be a consolidation area again from the 15-minute chart, or it is gonna be a normal price action. That means it went higher, then it will start to fall. I have no answer for that. Look here, on Friday, closed that candle. Look at rest of the day, consolidation, 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 consolidation. All of this price action I'm showing you from December 15. Okay, consolidation. That fall, consolidation, fall. That was a good day actually on 12th of December, but from here it started to be disaster. Peak fall, that was the only day was a good day, and then every single day, this is the price action, never moved anywhere. This is the 930 candle. Look, after that candle never moved anywhere. Today is here also, market after 930 started to consolidate. This is a typical Friday price, sorry, December price action, where market doesn't move toward your area. So what should I do now? Should I take the buy to to preparing for the consolidation, that market is going to go higher here, then it will come here again, then it will go higher again? Or is it a normal price action that market actually went take that high, will close below this gap and start to fall? If it was a normal price action, for example, I am expecting the normal price action, what I would expect, this candle will close below this candle, I will take a re-entry until this high is not taken. I will start to look for the resell from this gap. But what I'm going to predict right now, it's gonna be consolidation or is it gonna be a normal price action? It's up to you, brother, to decide. That's why the December, this is December. If it was a normal price action, I wouldn't look for a buy. I would wait for this candle to close below this candle, sorry, below this gap, to take resell exactly from there, putting stop loss above that high over here, and would look for the same kind of scenario until this area. That could be my re-entry opportunity. Re-entry opportunity. But now, should it going to fall or is it going to go higher? I have no idea. I will go with the normal thing what I actually used to. So I don't want to prefer the buy. Instead of that, I if I it was a normal price action, I would look for that sell again over here. So it will close and I will start to look for a selling opportunity over there. Stop loss above this high. Target is the old week opening gap high. Again, I have no idea is it going to fall for these lows or not. We have a loss of 11 handle, sorry, 11 handle, 17 handle. So 28 handle we have a loss. So we'll go for the 28 handle partial. This is in a normal way. I read this market in a normal way that it has closed below this gap, it should keep falling to for the obvious area. But if it is it's gonna be a price action like other area, for example, like Friday, Thursday, the price action you are seeing, that means it's interested to make the consolidation, long-term consolidation. And of course, it's not going to work, which is not a normal price action. That is the December and January price action. You are not going to see this price action one from the second week of February. You are not going to see this price action. See, it doesn't need to do that. It doesn't need to do that before clearing this beautiful sell side liquidity. But still, it is going higher. Why? I have no idea how far it will go and then it will fall. So, am I put my stop loss over here? Of course not. It should not clear this high, right? Because it has built the order block. It has built this reclaimed inverse gap, which can be, of course, broken by the body close because it can trade this order block over here before falling. But it doesn't mean that I'm right and market will start to fall. It can keep doing the consolidation for the rest of the day. After the run around 9:30, it will start to consolidate rest of the day. This is typical Friday, sorry, December price action. That's why I keep warning you guys. If you are not good, if you're trading your funded account, don't over leverage. Go with the smallest portion you can and then try 1 or 2 times. If it doesn't work, let it go. Just don't touch it because this market has no meaning. It doesn't have any kind of responsibility, nothing. It will just take all of your money. If it is a consolidation market, you are not able to make any money from this market. Never ever, it's not possible. If you are lucky for the first time you got a boom, maybe you got stopped out, you got re-entry, take that sell, you got that boom, stop trading over there. Rest of the day, what is going to happen, nobody knows. Why it is going higher? It doesn't need to do that. Look at this 15-minute candle. What happened? This candle closed, this candle went higher, trade the highest up close body close candle, water block, then closed below this old week opening gap again, and then what should it do? Keep falling for newly built sell side liquidity as well as the old area where it has the most liquidity over here. This is the highest liquidity area. See this leg over here around that leg, that is the unexpected leg. Here that leg is the unexpected. That means if my stop loss was a bit below, for example, not above that high, it was a bit below, it would have stopped me out. Do you know what it should not do? It should not go above the 50% of this candle. It even should not go above this 50%. So if it is a normal time, my stop loss would be here. I don't care about anything over here. My stop loss would be here. And I would get stopped out over there because I would cover only the 50% of this candle. I know that it's not going higher. But now what is happening? It came until here, then built buy side liquidity. Now it is falling. Maybe it will take that low, then it will start to go higher again. Consolidation, pure consolidation. You are into a trap. I'm not able to move my stop loss right now according to the price action. Do you know why? Because it can start to go higher again, stop me out, then it will start to fall. First time it will close below this gap, Not even a single body should close above the constant crossment. Do you know why? Because this is the reclaimed gap that has done its job over here to trade this water block. It closed below this gap, means this gap is gonna work as a reclaimed gap where the 50% is important. We are going to cut through all of these candles. These candles never been over there. All of these candles never been over there. We'll see if it works like that way. I'm not expecting that is going to work like that way, but we'll see if it works like that way. That means first time it will close below this gap. It should not close above the constant crossment. Again, it's a normal price action. I just don't know it's gonna happen over here or not. Like here, not even a single body should close above the constant crossment anymore. This is for our learning, just to understand. If it provide that, we're happy. If it doesn't, just let this go. In normal time, should not close above the constant crossment. This is a beautiful reclaimed entry fair value gap where we are going to cut through all of these candles. But you are seeing a pure consolidation over here. We'll see how the candle is going to close. This small body close is going to give me the confidence about the run toward the direction where I am expecting this market will go. Again, if it really respect that 50%, to be honest, I am not sure about that. But if it happens, that's good because it's the normal price action. But I think it's not gonna support that. That means market is not going to close uh, below the 50% and keep falling. I think it will close out the constant crossment one more time, two time, three time, then it will fall. We'll see. In normal time, my stop loss is already going to cover the opening of this order block. See this opening of this order block. More importantly, the high of this fair value gap, reclaimed gap, because I know that not even a single body is going to close below the constant crossment. We can did the damage, so we'll give a bit small space above this gap to cover. Now I can't do that because as I told, it can close here, then can fall, then go higher again, then can fall. It can do all of this shit. But yeah, so far I can see that it's respecting the 50%. Unexpected, to be honest, unexpected, but it's happening. Let's see. Are you guys getting the point? It's a consolidation market. Are you getting that point? Because this is the most important, but it's not something like I'm wrong. The market is not like I forgot how to read the market. Remember on November how precisely we are taking the boom, 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 boom again, 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 and again. What happened suddenly? Why I forgot to read the market? Why it's not respecting? Why I'm not able to read, even if it is according to our bias, still we are taking the losing trade. Why is that? Because this market is not respecting the PDRS the way it should respect. This candle, if it close above the constant crossment, means this PDR is broken. I can't use this PDR anymore. But as it is the consolidation area, I have to keep using this PDR, that gap. So you can see that here, this low and that low, they're the relatively equal lows over here, around here. This is the relatively equal lows. I will go to the, sorry, not I will. You guys, can you please go to the ES or YM to see if there is an SMT or not? I prefer an SMT over here. Something should happen. Either the ES or YM should take that high over here. That high. Is there anyone who can confirm that this high is taken or not by the ES or YM? If there is, now, I'm really surprised because it is respecting. Nobody has closed the constant crossment. I'm really surprised. I really didn't expect that. Again, this relatively equal loss has been cleared. It doesn't mean that it has done its job. It should come over here. Then it will be done its job. Either it will come here or it will close above this old week opening gap to go higher. In normal time, you would able to see that it will keep falling, take that liquidity, and it will come here to this old new week opening gap, then it will start to go higher. But right now, this is what it is. Just take that liquidity, started to reverse from that, respecting that area as a beautiful support again. It's a kind of consolidation sign that people are seeing this is still a support, and they're seeing this is a resistance. So they're taking the buy over here. It should stop them out by a body close below this low, even if it would love to go higher. At least a body should close below this line. Dow has taken the high. Okay, then we have the perfect SMT over here as well. See, taken the liquidity, is started to reverse. But look at the 50-minute chart. What you are seeing? This candle, down close candle, the bodies are around the same level, then go higher. Bodies are around the same level, then fall, closed below these bodies, which is below the rejection block. So I'm very happy that market has closed below the rejection block, which is a confirmed sign I'm going to fall for this area. It's a confirmed sign I'm going to fall for this sell side, I mean this area. These candles are not important. It should give me the force. It should give me the speed right now. It has to give me the speed. Do you know why? Because the time. It's the time to give me the speed. 10:30, 10:32, 10:31, 10:29, 10:28. It's the area. I need the speed, but I'm not getting any speed over here. So I'm not expecting the speed just because it's a random level. It's a very perfect time to give me the speed toward my area where is real liquidity voice is residing around here. This old week, sorry, new week opening gap. Look at the time, 10:33. Still, this market is consolidating. I need speed. I'm not getting the speed. Come on. Yeah, that is the 1 minute last fair value gap. Reaction can happen, but as the time is aligned with the price, first time then price, it should give me the speed right now, but it's not giving it. That's the bad thing. That means the last gap reaction sending the price for this buy side liquidity. I'm not going to accept that. I need the speed that's going to break the last fair value gap from the 1 minute chart. That's going to confirm a new selling opportunity, while the last fair value gap from 1 minute chart will be inversed. New selling opportunity until the opening, new week opening gap high. You get the point, brother. This is how you are going to avoid the last bullish fair value gap if you are expecting market will come here aligned to the time. For example, it came here to the last fair value gap around the 1 minute chart around 10:20. For example, 10:20, 10:15. Okay, I'm expecting some kind of reaction from that last fair value gap because the time is 10:20, 10:22, 10:25, 10:26, something like that. But when it came to that last fair value gap around 10:30, I'm not expecting any kind of reaction from that last fair value gap because that is the time to give me the speed. I need the speed that is going through that last fair value gap. These candles I'm gonna expect here, not there. It's not a logical area to give me the speed. The logical speed should be here, around there. No need any kind of reaction. I will say, brother, finally we got the reaction. No, it doesn't mean that I'm able to read this market perfectly. Because when I'm expecting the speed, I'm not getting it. The candle give me the speed around 10:35. Too far. Too far from the area I'm used to get the speed. Take the partial over here. Target is the old week opening, sorry, new week opening gap high. Stop loss to the break even. Now I'm afraid to put the stop loss to the break even. But of course, I should put it to the break even to see if it can give me that 60 handle run after taking a loss of 17 handle and 11 handle. So 28 handle loss. After taking a 28 handle loss, would love to see can I get a 60 handle profit after taking a 28 handle partial. Now if it reverse from the unfortunately. Now, to be honest, this was absolutely unexpected. I never expect that this is going to happen here. That candle respected the 50%. I really didn't expect this is going to happen like that way. But thanks to the chart, actually, at least it respected over here. This is how in normal time I prefer the entry gap. Trust me, man, these candles should not be there. Even if it happened one time closed above this entry gap, nothing is wrong. Next time it should not go above the min threshold of this bearish order block or highest up close body close candle. However, after taking two losses, again two loss, how much? 11 handle, 17 handle. We have got a 60 handle profit. Remember, one loss we have taken 11 handle, a very small loss. Another loss we have taken just for a bit because this market is bit risky. to trade, 1700 loss, nothing to do. Then we have got the run from the same logical area for 60 handle. Think the loss will be mitigated. Now it's time to look for buying opportunity. I'm done with selling. No more sell is valid to me. Now I'll start to look for the buying opportunity. For the first time, it will close above this candle. It's my bullish order block to take the buy. Are you kidding, brother? Of course not, I'm kidding. Now I'm interested to look for buy. No more sell is valid. If it keep falling for the rest of the day, I don't give a shit. I'm bullish now. So here, this is the first opportunity for me to take the buy from the order block, which is a perfect order block. If the body immediately close above this high, it's gonna be my buy from this order block. Stop loss has to be below this order block, which I'm not able to do. So what I'm going to do, I will try to take the buy from the min threshold of that order block. That is gonna be logical to me, and my target is gonna be this buy side liquidity market left over here. This buy side liquidity, that's gonna be my target. So I'm not going to take the entry from this order block because it's gonna be a huge stop loss. We'll try to take the entry from the 50% or the min threshold of the order block if it build this as an order block. If it doesn't build it as an order block, dig deeper into the old week new week opening gap. I'll keep waiting for an buying opportunity, new buying opportunity. At the beginning, the first opportunity is the order block entry opportunity. I'll actually frame it after the market give me. So I know what I'm doing. Exactly, I know what I should do. Remember what did I say? No buy is valid over here. Sorry, no buy is valid here because market didn't close. Then this candle closed. No more buy is valid. Only sell. How long? Until this gap. When it came here, sell is done. Now I will go toward my direction. Bullish. I am bullish for the rest of the day. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell anymore. I'm only interested to look for the buy. First opportunity from the order block. Second opportunity, if you dig deeper, then I'll look for 22 IT model. Third opportunity from the inverse parallel gap. Whatever it is going to give me, I'll take it. And the things are actually getting in line or not. However, anybody got that boom after taking again loss? You are seeing loss. I'm seeing how many handle I lose. Here, if I put my entry here and cover maybe something on my left, I really don't know if I have anything or not. If I could cover not 1100, 12, 20 handle stop loss, I wouldn't get stopped out over here. Here to 20 handle, okay, something like that. 20 handle. Just one tick above this gap, I wouldn't get stopped out. So I'm not seeing that as my success. I'm seeing 11 handle loss. Absolutely unnecessary loss, but shit happens sometimes, right? Shit happens. That should not be my loss. That should be my boom. It should be my boom, but unfortunately. Sophia, you got the boom. Baby gap got filled 574. What is that? 574. 574. What is that? Boom, bro. Hey, Jimangus. Thank you, brother. I got out at entry. That's unlucky. I got the boom. Congratulations, Jamil. Jian, if you're like small profit, $100 profit, stop trading, brother. Trust me, man. First opportunity to look for the entry from the order block. If it doesn't provide me the order block entry, I'm not going to cry and I'm not going to think that, oh wow, I'm going to take the sell right now. No, no more sell is valid. I'm breaking the market. Please try to understand. Here, I was never confused. I was never ever confused what is going to happen. What did I say? Came here, I'm looking for the sell. It closed here, I'm looking for the buy. Remember, I'm looking for the buy. I'm looking for the buy. Closed below this here, I'm looking for the sell again. I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy, so I know what I'm looking for. Here I got the opportunity to take the buy. I would take the buy. How? Above the constant encroachment. I didn't get the opportunity to take the buy. I didn't take the buy. I didn't get the opportunity to take the sell. I didn't take the sell. Remember, we are looking for the sell. I didn't take the sell. First time I got the opportunity to take the sell, I took the sell. Fortunately, I got stopped out. I don't give a shit. I would love to use this gap again one more time to take the sell, and I got the sell. Boom. It will close above one tick above this candle. It's a valid order block to take the buy. Now, as I told, I'm not able to take the buy from here because the stop loss is gonna be huge. Look over there, it's gonna be huge. 36 handle. I'm not interested to take that risk. So what I will do, I'll try to take this buy from the min threshold of that order block, which is here. I know that I'm gonna miss this trade. I know that I'm gonna miss this trade, but still there is two opportunities to take that buy. First opportunity is to take the buy here, cover the min threshold. Now, if you would love to do that, it's a bit risky, but there's a possibility you're not going to miss the trade. Second opportunity, take the buy from here, put the stop loss here. There is a highly probable opportunity to miss the trade, but there's a high probability you're not going to get stopped out. So it's up to you how you are going to decide. If I frame the trade from here, from the order block, cover the min threshold actually, and then market trade the min threshold, I got stopped out, I would love to take the re-entry from this area. If I try to take the entry over here and I got the entry here and then stop me out, means I will have no opportunity to take re-entry from the order block. It's all up to you guys how you are going to decide. But remember, I'm talking about the buy only. No more sell is valid to me. I'm only interested to take the buy. So let's see how it's going to react. I'll put it like this way, okay? So I'll try to take the risk from the order block to until the min threshold, as it has built a gap as well. So that's why I'm pretty much interested to go for that order block buy, as it has built a fair value gap aligned with the order block. So more importantly, this gap 50% is important to me. Would love to see the breakaway gap here. And if it build a bullish fair value gap over here, that is the same kind of selling opportunity. Breakaway gap, entry gap. See this entry gap here, entry gap, breakaway gap, breakaway gap. Maybe there will be an entry gap, but I really would love to take the entry from the order block or the breakaway gap. We'll see if it can provide me that. I need the immediate reaction. So one candle closed, validate this as an order block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 5 candle, it has to give me the entry. Target, this buy side liquidity over here. See this buy side liquidity? That's gonna be my target. Remember, I'm not talking about sell anymore. No more sell. If the rest of the day this is a bearish market, I don't give a shit. I am not able to take any kind of sell anymore. According to the bias, it should trade this one. It will start to go higher again. All the lows has been cleared. Market has done the manipulation for the weekly, for the daily candle. So if you go to your daily chart, you will be able to see that there was no wick here. No wick. Now it has the wick. After did the manipulation, now this market should go start toward that buy side liquidity over here. Okay, you have to know what you are doing. So let's see if it can take me within 5 candle. Remember, if it give me the entry by 6 candle, I'm not interested to take it. Take that. Sorry, take that sell. Sorry, take that buy. I was interested to take the buy from the min threshold, but later when I have seen this bullish fair value gap, I I just immediately switch my bias because this should work as a breakaway gap. There is a high probability this market is not going to go below the constant crossment of this breakaway gap. So that's why I just moved my mind from min threshold to the opening of the order block. Whether can I use this gap as an inverse gap? You can use it in a different way. You have to mark the high of the range, high of the range, low of the range. See this equilibrium, sorry, lower quadrant area. This is an inverse gap around the lower quadrant area. When it has inversed as a inverse gap, of course you can use it as an inverse gap. You have to cover the low of that range or the dealing range low. You have to cover with your stop loss. Now if your stop loss support it, you can go for that. I don't have any problem, but my stop loss is not going to support it, so I'm not able to catch the run from that inverse gap according to the dealing range. So I'm not going to take that inverse gap entry. Instead of that, would love to go for this breakaway gap, either the breakaway gap, more importantly for the order block. So I'll count the candle: one, two, three, 4, 5. This is the last candle. If this candle doesn't give me the entry, I'm not going to take that buy. Instead of that, I will wait for another order block entry. To know how to use that another order block entry, I have teached you few weeks ago, where I showed you the 15-minute last fair value gap, entry fair value gap, and it's not the immediate reaction, how I have used that in a later run. So I'm gonna use that way. Okay, if it doesn't give me the entry by that specific candle, I will miss this, I will miss this, but I would do not want to violate my rules. I know what I'm doing. Okay, it's not valid to me anymore. I'm not able to take this buy anymore. If you are able, you can go. Why? Because I can be wrong now. Market gave so much time take to trade some specific PDRA. Now it can be violate this PDRA, the mean threshold, and then it will go higher again and give me the opportunity. So I don't want to take that risk right now when it takes too long to come to that specific or certain area. I'll let this go. Are you getting the point, guys? Following some rules will make you more confident to understand the market. This is the most important part to know. When I saw this, I was not interested to see it will keep going higher. I was not confident, sorry, I was not confused that this market is going higher maybe, or is it going to fall. Now I was not confused. All I was is, if this is a December price action, kind of consolidation price action, then it can come until this high before falling again. But I was never confused that it is going to go higher now for this buy side liquidity. After seeing this run over here around this area, I knew this is going to fall. Either it will fall from here again or it will fall from there again, but it is going to fall. But look what I'm telling you right now. After seeing this leg, now I'm only interested to look for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. This is not a market that is going to fall anymore. It will start to keep going higher, keep digging the deep of this premium area. I'm not going to take any the sell. No sell is valid to me. Only the buy. Just the buy. Buy is valid. So I know when I should look for buy. I know when I should look for sell. I believe that you guys also know that when you should look for buy, you should look for sell. Because I'm not hiding anything. I'm not keeping any word in my mind to make it mysterious to you. I'm sharing everything to you. That's all, brother. SMT at the bottom. Okay, if there is an SMT, that is also good, brother. That is also good. Am I hiding anything, guys? Or is it kind of a crystal clear price? I mean, kind of the explanation is crystal clear. Or you're thinking that, okay, this guy is hiding. I'm not hiding. I don't have anything to sell you. So I'm not going to hide anything. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible so that you guys can understand how to read the direction, bias, or area to look for the PDRS, everything. Again, I'm not taking this trade from this order block anymore. Why? It takes too long. Not an immediate reaction. So I'm not going to take this buy from this order block anymore. What I will wait for the in one word, that is propulsion block, but I don't want to use that uh terminology over here. Propulsion block, I would love to say there will be a new order block. Okay, so I'll try to take the or new order block entry because it takes too long trade that order block, too long. Okay, so over here, that is the opening of that order block, the most sensitive line of the order block. Here, my stop loss there. That's gonna be my new buy. So if this candle closed above that candle, that's gonna be my new buy. Create limit order. Remember, it has to close above that candle. Otherwise, it's not valid. If it closed above that line, that's a valid entry. What is the difference between taking entry from here and taking entry from there? The difference is here I have another confirmation that it's a bearish candle that's going to hold the market, sending it higher. It's another confirmation. So I need that confirmation. Now it didn't close. I'm not going to take it because it can be violated. Market can keep falling. I need the body close above this down close body close candle, build a new order block where I'm going to refer that down close candle from here to here. Okay, here to here. Look, I never am talking about a sell. No sell is valid. It doesn't work. I don't give a shit. I will wait for another buying opportunity while this low will be taken. Market will start to go higher, building an order block. If it actually didn't work, doesn't work, I will never look for a sell around here. No sell is valid to me. Let's see if it can close above this. One tick above that line, I'll take that buy. Sometimes what happened, it doesn't close above the line and the next candle start to go higher. If it happens, I'll say that is the bad luck. That's gonna be my buy from new order block. Remember, I'm not believing this order block. I'm going to refer this order block from here to here. Stop loss below that order block, like two handle or one handle below that order block. Sometimes what happened, it actually come back again and trade that low one more time and then start to go higher. Target is this buy side liquidity over here. More importantly, the breakaway gap. So I'm going to target the breakaway gap. Remember, unfinished business. The breakaway gap is now the last fair value gap. This is the last fair value gap now. I will target that last fair value gap by taking a partial around 1 is to 1. So here, until this buy side liquidity, I can do it, but I will just look for the partial around 1 is to 1. I always prefer 1 is to 1 partial. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell. No sell is valid to me. I'm only interested to take the buy. When the body has closed above this down close body close candles, I'm going to refer this candle. Okay, just this candle is here now. Same candle over here now. So I'm going to prefer this buy from that order block by covering this candle only. I don't need to worry about this mean threshold. I don't need to worry about this low because this all levels has been moved from there to there. This candle's 50% low is now the same thing of that candle, of this candle. So going to prefer the buy from this order block. We'll try to take a partial over here. Will hold my trade until this buy side liquidity, or more importantly this last fair value gap, which is an unfinished business to that specific leg. Putting stop loss below that candle happened like this way. For example, come here, stop me out, took that low, then closed above this order block again. I'll look for the lowest down close body close candle again to take the buy again for this area. I'll let this fall go. If it happened, it doesn't need to happen, but if it happens, I'll look for that same thing. All I don't want to see anybody close below this 50%. See this 50%? This is the breakaway gap over here. The same gap you have seen over here, around there. That was the breakaway gap. That was the entry gap. Now, after building this breakaway gap, until now market didn't build another entry gap. So if I'm not taking any trade over here, for example, I didn't take the entry over there, and there is an entry gap over there, another gap over here. Same sell from this gap is gonna happen over here, the buy from that gap. Breakaway gap over here and the entry gap over there. I hope you guys are getting the point. But remember, this is a pure consolidation. Right now, market is consolidating. It's not moving anywhere. It's just consolidating. It's not good. It should wait a bit more before going higher because 11 a.m. is very near. So it can wait a bit more here for the 11 a.m. I'm really interested to see a body close above this line or above that high, which has been built here before the order block has been traded. So this is the obvious height that should be broken by the body close before 11, because sometimes what happened around 11, the first move is the top of the hour. The move is gonna be the fake move. That means 11 a.m. fall, then it will start to go higher most of the time. So I don't want to get stopped out by that 11 a.m. move. If it can close above this high, it will fall as a fake move until the order block or the main threshold of this order block, then it will start to go higher. I'll be safe over there. That's why before 11, I want to see a body close above this high. I'm trying to connect the time with the price so that you can understand how you should expect the market. It doesn't need to do that, but you should expect like that way. Before 11, it is going to close above this high. That's going to confirm that even if 11 a.m. is going to fall, you're not going to get stopped out. The first move around 11 can be a fake move. So you're not going to get stopped out. Instead of that, you'll be able to add more to take the buy toward your direction. Are you guys getting the point or not? Let me know, please. Can I move my stop loss? Of course not. You have to wait until 11 a.m. to see it actually give you the fake move or not. All I need to see a body close above this line. That's all I need to see. That is gonna be help me to be confident around 11. Even if I see an opposite run, I'll be very confident, very confident. Oh wow, I'm not going to get a stop out because I have enough range for that fake move, fake run. Top of the hour, 11, 12, 1, 2, 9, 10. Top of the hour. Most of the time it's the fake move. So I need the confirmation by closing above this line. That's a bullish market. Thank you so much, Sophia and FL Trader. Why you didn't take the entry from this order block? You guys got it? But brother, it worked so beautifully. I want to see it will go higher. So of course it can work from so beautifully over here. But I'm not confident about that. So I'm not going to take the entry from here. I would love to take the entry from there. It's absolutely shit. You can think like that way. I don't care. Really. Struggling to break the 50% of the opening gap. This is the 50% of this of that opening gap. It's respecting that opening gap 50%. I really don't like this type of fall before 11 a.m. because the next candle can fall a bit more to stop me out before going higher. Fake move. I'm just afraid of that fake move. If this candle can close out this line, I'm pretty much confident that I'm not going to get stopped out. Now, what is the fake move? A 15-minute candle is going to open, right? It's opened exactly around 15 minutes. Why I say that top of the hour is a fake move. Top of the hour is the hourly candle open. 1 hour candle open at the top of the hour. Now, if it is a bullish market, what is going to happen first? Manipulation. So top of the hour will send the market to the opposite way, and then it will start to go toward that direction. Do you understand why I'm saying the top of the hour is the fake move? Because it's the manipulative leg over here. Open, manipulation, maybe 1 or 2 minute, 3 minute manipulation, then it will start to go toward your direction. This is the fake move I'm afraid of to get stopped out. That's why I wanted to see it will close above here so that I will not get stopped out even if it fall a bit more. Look over here. This is the hourly candle open. Not only 50 minute, 1 minute, every hourly candle open. So market open started to go higher. Now, of course, it can keep going higher and take that buy side. Like, I don't have any problem. But most of the time, you'll see it will open, it will fall fast, right? Manipulation leg. Then it will expand. So after opening, if I see it to the top, that type of run, I get very, very worried about that because it didn't do the manipulation. So maybe it will fall again, do the manipulation for this hourly candle. Don't think this is a 15-minute candle. Hourly chart, go to your hourly chart, you will see market open, started to go higher. So I am afraid of this manipulation leg around 11. So when it started to go higher, I am not good at seeing this because it will fall to do the manipulation. It doesn't need to do that, but most of the time what happened? It did the manipulation, then it started to go higher. In that manipulation, am I going to survive? That's my question. So here now it has the manipulation. See, this candle has the manipulation. Is it enough? If it is enough, I'm happy because I'm not getting stopped out. If it is not enough and market actually fall a bit more, I'll get stopped out before going higher. But I need the manipulation. That's all. Let me show you that from the hourly chart. Some of you are getting confused. Look at this hourly candle. Open, manipulation. Now it can start to go higher. I don't have any problem with that now. But is this manipulation enough? Or market is going to make a bit more manipulation? As the range is very small, right here to here, the range is very small. Think like that way. Here market opened here around 11, so the manipulation is going to happen to take that low or maybe some kind of lows over here. That would be beautiful for me to hold the trade because I know that I'm not going to get stopped out. But here the manipulation leg is very near, right? From here to here, this is my stop loss, very near. The range is very near. I'm a bit confused. Is it going to manipulate my stop loss, or is it keep going higher? Now it's not because of the December price action. It's for every time. It's for every time. So if I get stopped out here, it's kind of not because of December price action. Okay, of course the December price action fact, but it's not because of the December price action. This is a normal thing around to the top of the hour. That's why macro entry is very specific. Where I have explained that macro setup is very specific. How you are going to trade the macro? Very simple. Okay, so for this market is trading the order block so beautifully, and this is the opening of this order block. I would love to mark the opening of this order block over here. This is the most sensitive line over here that is holding the market. The opening of this order block, I'm happy to see that, because as I told you, I transferred the order block from here to here. So I transferred manually the order block from there to there, and I'm seeing the opening of this order block is respecting so beautifully. I'm happy to see that. I need two things right now. First, it will close above this high, not above that high. It's not an important level to me. The important level is this high, which has been built before trading the order block. That high is a very important high. I want to see a body close above this high plus a gap that is going to be unfilled. If I see an unfilled gap over here, I promise you, brother, market is going to clear that buy side liquidity. Even if that is a one tick gap and that is unfilled and body closed above this high, you will see this is going to be taken. Keep watching. Two things, right? First, I'm not going any line over here, going to mark any line. Just remember the 50% of the, excuse me, of the opening gap and the high is aligned with the same level. So I need a body close above that high, at least one tick above that high, and it's gonna build a gap that's gonna be unfilled. Now if it is the, no, there is no gap. I will wait for a gap to be created. What you are seeing, a pure consolidation. Remember, this is a very expected price action on December. Pure consolidation. I would love to mark this gap because it's respecting, this bearish gap is respecting. Just would love to mark it to see how it is going to be respected, and how when it is broken, can I use this gap to add more? Just because of that, I'm marking it. Right now this gap doesn't have any value to me. It's not a valuable gap to me. It doesn't have any value to me. I'd love to show you one more thing over here. This is the 15-minute candle. From the 15-minute chart, the lowest candle that has cleared all the low. If I'm bullish, I would love to see it will trade the upper quadrant of that 15-minute wick. I have talked about this at least 10,000s of the time of my chart, when I'm just doing the live streaming, at least 10,000s of the time. This is that weak upper quadrant level. It can trade the 50%, it can trade the lower quadrant, it can trade, no, it can't trade the low actually, sorry. The 50% lower quadrant, upper quadrant can be traded, but body has to close above the upper quadrant. If it closes above the upper quadrant, it's a great sign to look for a buying opportunity from that area, from this area. The week that has cleared all the sell side liquidity, traded a bullish fair value gap or a new week opening gap or new day opening gap, you are expecting buy run, and you have seen the candle open, trade the upper quadrant, 50% lower quadrant, any of them closed above one tick above that upper quadrant. Any kind of buying opportunity from 1 minute chart from there is a high probable buying opportunity to take from that area. Remember, guys, this is all the information I'm not going to remember, right? I forgot so many things. These things automatically working in my mind. Maybe I'm sometimes I forgot to mention, but this keep working in my mind. You have to practice like that way. Without noticing, you will get the confidence. Oh wow, it actually closed over here, so I'm going to get the confidence toward that direction or whatever it is. However, this candle didn't close above this high yet, so I'm not confident yet to see that run toward the direction. Let's see if it can close above that high and build a gap over here or not. I need two things right now. First, Body close above this high, not above that high, not above that high. This high, closing above this high is so much important. Plus a bullish fair value gap. Two things. Weird, right? The price is very weird, right? Look over here, what happened? This high has been cleared over here, and then this high has been cleared over here around this area. This high has been cleared over here by a shallow run. This is obvious liquidity. The obvious liquidity has been cleared over here by another shallow run. It's not the liquidity anymore. The liquidity is gone from there. The area, the liquidity is gone. I'm not seeing any liquidity over here anymore. So my next liquidity level is over here. Until then, it was my liquidity, obvious liquidity. So this high, until this high is not taken, it's my obvious liquidity. Now why it is important? It's important for your 15-second chart. So I just added it because the when the shallow run is taken by another shallow run, liquidity is gone from there. I mean long, but market is consolidating into 25,674, 25,674. Congratulations, brother. You got better entry than me. Congratulations. Just make sure you have taken some partial around 1:1. This consolidation is expected, brother. It's not something like you need to worry about. You will get this consolidation and you have to survive with this consolidation again. There is no bearish PDRA you should get worry about. Okay, there is nothing. Look over here on your left. There is nothing you should get worrying about. That market will trade this area. It is trading and then it is reacting from there. First time, look at this candle. It has closed above that high. Now I'm going to remove these lines. What I mean to say. This is that high which was very important to me to validate this order block as a bullish order block. That high was very important to me. This is the first time it has closed above this high. According to the normal price action, I need speed right now. No kind of wasting time over here. I need speed. That will keep just breaking everything toward that buy side liquidity over here. If there is any bearish fair value gap below this buy side liquidity here, bearish gap, fair value gap, until that bearish fair value gap, it should give me the speed whenever it has closed above this high. Because if it come back again, closed below this gap again, sorry, below this high again, that's a sign it's not going higher. It's going to take that low of that order block below this sign according to the premium and discount to that specific leg over here. This is the high of the leg, this is the low of the leg. So I don't want to see anybody closed below this high of that order block leg, okay, whatever it is you call. I don't want to rebrand the things over here. Just trying to focus the specific area so that you can understand. I need speed now. At least a bullish fair value gap and speed. If it doesn't give me the speed, time to move the stop loss to the break even. Why? Because I'm just not confident enough. Is it going higher if it doesn't give me the provide me the speed? Again, time. What is the time? 10:50, 11:10. Inside the macro, I'm expecting the speed right now. Partial will be 1:1. Target this buy side liquidity over here. So I'll just move the stop loss. Sorry, target is from over there to there. But remember, this is the best area where the market is reaching for. However, I don't need that. Why this gap is important? I really don't remember what was that gap. I forgot actually why I marked that gap over here. Anybody remember what did I say about this gap? I think my mind is going to be blank because of this difficult consolidation or reading the breaking the market step by step. I think I'm getting a bit confused. Okay, if anyone remember why I marked this gap, please remind me. Okay, please. And why I have marked that. Okay, I actually marked that gap. I remember because when this candle closed above this gap here, I can add more over there. I remember this one. So I don't need to worry about this gap. I'm going to remove this one. But I just don't remember why I have marked that gap because I don't see any importance of this gap. I just don't remember why I have marked it. And was did I say anything that it is related with this buy? I don't think so. It's a useless gap. I don't know. It's not the last gap as well. Uh, Entry at anybody really remember why I marked this gap? I forgot. My head got blank. I learn something new every time I listen to you. Thank you, Sophia. FL Trader, 100% fire. Thank you so much. I'm in long, but market is consolidating. Don't worry, it has already given you the run, I hope. Entry, I think I read your comment. I only have one micro lol. If you have one micro, then you have to close the trade around the partial level. It's a very strict rules. Follow that. Close the trade around your partial level. I didn't want to risk more, Norris. Sophia, I think you used it as reclaimed. No, of course not. I can't use it as a reclaimed gap. Can't do that. This gap doesn't have any value to me. I can't use it as a reclaimed gap. I just don't remember why. Oh, okay, no. This is the gap. This is the breakaway gap. So it was important when I was framing the cell, right? Yeah, it was important until here. I really don't remember why I extended to my right. It should not be extended. It was important until this area. And yeah, that is why that gap was over there. Okay. Yeah, that is the breakaway gap. That is the entry gap. Same like here, breakaway gap. But I don't think so. There is any entry gap. I don't see any bullish gap actually. So this is just one gap. Unfortunately, I don't have any other gap over here. That was important over here. Now, I hope guys you got the importance of the what to say the order block, how to move the order block from one place to another place. If it was an immediate reaction, I would take my entry from there, not from there. I took my entry from there. So another how many handles? Another 18 handle I would be able to observe. But unfortunately, I have to do this from here. Now you will say, brother, it worked from there. I know that it will work from there. You know that it will work from there. Did I tell you that? I don't want to see any body close or any market go below the 50% of this breakaway gap. Of course, we are going to expect that. But it doesn't mean that it's confirmation. That is our expectation. That is not the confirmation. Expectation. You can't work with your expectation. You have to work with the price action. However, guys, in the long, hey Dora, are you in the wrong long? What you were saying? Sophia, I just marked it because I just don't remember why I extend it, but it's not the reclaimed gap. This gap has no value to me. Simply no value. I can't use this gap to take re-entry. I can't use this gap to take my partial. I can't use this gap has no value. Simply. It's kind of like no gap in one word. It was important for as an entry gap for this fall actually, so far I remember, if I'm not wrong. However, today we have framed a 11 handle loss here. Sell. Okay, we took the sell, remember. 11 handle loss. Unfortunately, 17 handle loss. It should not be a losing trade. Then a 60 handle profit. And this time we are going to catch 37 handle. Let's see if I can get that 37 again. The target could be here. I just don't have the time to hold the trade until here, but of course you guys can take some partial around this area and hold the trade until this is the area where the market is reaching for. Okay, that's for sure. However, but I'll just write down the boom, just that's why I'll put it over there. Who is in this trade, guys? Can you please push the like button? I have just 76 likes actually. If you guys don't mind, please push the like button to make it more valuable stream. That sell, I promise you, brother, 1 February, from February, you are not going to get stopped out over here. You are going to get that boom at first. That is our trading is done over here. Our trading is done over there. Again, I'm saying this market is coming here. I just could closed it here just because I need to write down the boom. Thank you guys for writing boom. I prefer you guys will write down the boom. It is very difficult price action, but it's still we're trying to break it down. I hope it is making any sense to you guys to know that when you should move, switch your bias, and when you should go for the trade. Here I'm confident about the buy, but here I'm not confident about the buy. If the market reverse from there, I'll let this market go until it close above the above this area, above this area. I'll wait for this candle to close above this area, take the buy. All this run I'll miss. But when it came to the logical level, which is the new week opening gap, I know that it's my time to look for the buy. I don't need to worry about anything else. The first opportunity to take the buy from this order block, but it takes too long. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh number candle gave me the entry. I'm not interested to take that entry over here. I will switch or transfer the order block from here to here. It can stop me out. It can fall, stop me out below that low. I will get stopped out. I'll take the rebuy again from the order block. I don't think that it's gonna fall. If it keep falling, I'll let this go. Simple, brother. Be happy to miss the trade. Don't let your FOMO to act for you. If you do that, you are a loser. Otherwise, the way I read the market, not in a perfect way it worked because it was messy over here, but at least you see that even if it is a bad price action, still we able to break the direction. We are able to read the market not accurately, but still that fall was expected. That fall was expected. That run was expected. So three we got, but first two we got stopped out. First one we got stopped out, never get an re-entry opportunity. Second one we got stopped out, and then we got re-entry opportunity. Third one, without getting stopped out, we got the boom. It can also happen because of my tight stop loss as well. I'm not going to say that my stop loss placement is the best because I put very tight stop loss, very tight stop loss. Unfortunately, even that follows expected. We just didn't take it because the stop loss was too big. See here. So if I took the entry over here, for example, my partial level was here, just a bit below, then I would get stopped out because I would never be able to cover the high of that candle around this area. So I would never be able to do that. However, don't think that it's going to reverse from here now because it is coming to this area. So until this area, there is no need to think about the reversal, in my opinion again. Thank you, Sophia, for the writing boom, brother, sister, and the penguins. Thank you so much. Hey, Dora, give me the real penguin. Why you are giving me the fake penguin? Give me the real penguin, man. Are, boom, thank you so much. Sophia, thank you for the boom. Sophia. Dora, Suzivan, thank you, brother. Suzivan, why are you in this trade, brother? Hey, Jeffrey, thank you for the boom, brother. Man, I talk too much. I know some of you are really like you think that this guy is shit because he keep talking. But I promise you, brother, when you will leave me, I don't have any problem. The things I'm telling you, it will work as like a deja vu. Okay, you will never notice that you are noticing something without your consciousness. Okay, and I mean, I hope one day you will get benefited. Okay, now it kind of rant to you, but it's helping you. It's helping you, man. I promise you, it's helping you because I don't speak anything else except the price action. When I keep showing you the same thing, maybe you are not noticing that, but it will be inside your mind. So later, slowly, they will start to work without noticing, without your consciousness. Yes, I was in the trade as usual. I got early profit is profit. Of course, man. Suziban, I told what I tell you last time. Remember? You closed your trade around the partial level. I love that. On December, everyone should do that. Everyone should do that. They should close the trade around 1:1. Thank you so much, brother. Keep doing that at least for December and January. Then February, you can hold the trade, runner, whatever you want to do. Thank you for boom. Don't give me the thanks, please. Please don't think you talk too much. I learned so much. Yeah, I should say that because sister, a lot of new people actually going to join me. I need to see how many likes. Now, it is not reaching here. It is not reaching here. I'm wrong. Of course, I'm wrong. But that wrong doesn't mean anything to me. I closed my trade in the most logical. Trust me, it will come over here. Okay, so it will take a bit more time maybe, but it has to trade this last gap according to the logic again. Don't think that I'm not right or wrong. Don't start to judge me. Hey guys, 112 people are watching. Can you please make it 100 likes at least? So just need 13 more likes to make it 100. That's all I'm asking. Okay, bullish was 56%, bearish was 24%, no bias was 20%. I was bullish at first, bearish, then bullish. You guys know that 164. Cool. Guys, we have take profit trader 40% off is back, no activation fees. Discount code is T2 Wizard. This is the link for take profit trader. It is good for no activation fees, daily payout, no rules. While you are in live account, no rules. Funded account, no rules, no consistency, no rules, no rules, no rules, no rules, no rules. This is the freedom. I really appreciate you guys if you use my code T2 Wizard. If you don't use it, I have no problem. Still try to switch to take profit trader. They will give you the freedom, the real taste of trading. Except with, I mean, comparing with any other platform. It small boom, right? What a bad day so far. Please go. Don't give me the thanks, guys. Please don't give me the thanks. Please. Believe me, you have helped me to see the market much more clearly than before, especially with premium and discount logic. Truly, thank you. You're most welcome. So, even I'm planning to go for another masterclass maybe this Friday through the members only live. Please don't miss that, okay? I'm just planning, but I need something to. I'm very lazy, man. I need to do the presentation, read the presentation, then I should start the live streaming. But I'm as lazy as I never do that. I start my stream like thinking like that way. Okay, I will start, then I'll start to talk. Whatever it will come, I'll explain them, or I will just kind of disclose them, something like that. I never make the presentation. That's my bad habit, laziness, whatever you say. But I hope that you guys will forgive me for that laziness. I just go with the flow, but this time I'm trying to make a presentation so that it's good. I'm just not sure about that, so don't talk about that. Let's wait for the Friday. I'm so grateful to have found you. Okay, I give my credit for finding you. Lol, come on. Anyone, please don't give me the thanks. It's your credit. It's your job. You're learning it. You are doing it right now. What can I do? Can I look for any buy? I could go for the buy if there is a last fair value gap. Okay, first of all, I don't have any last fair value gap that has some kind of containing some kind of buy side liquidity. So right now, I'm not able to look for any kind of buy. Instead of that, I will wait to see if it can build a bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart over here. Then tap to this bullish fair value gap from that 15-minute chart. Give me another buying opportunity for what? These highs from 15-second chart. Go to your 15-second chart. Beautiful buy side liquidity over there. Don't trust me? Go and check. So beautiful buy side liquidity over here. And the last fair value gap. Manipulation is going to happen. Some liquidity is going to be cleared. 15-minute bullish fair value gap has been traded. Wow, that's a buying opportunity. From 1-minute chart or from 15-minute chart, I'll go for the premium discount leg over here. All of these things from 15-second chart. That's a great opportunity to take the buy from the 15-second chart right now, which is inside the leg of the 1-minute chart. But I don't think so. It's a good idea to frame another trade right now. It's 11:26. So I'm not interested to frame any other trade right now as it is 11:26. But just remember, even if it failed to go above this high, which I'm expecting, and obviously this buy side liquidity is my target, even if they're going to fail, go over there, it's coming to this gap. Whatever happens, without tapping here, if it fall inside the PM session, that's a new buying opportunity until this last gap, or not taking this low. If this low is taken, no trade is valid anymore. If this low is not taken, until it is not trading, that is the best target, perfect target over here, which is inside in my, if I'm not wrong, inside the first presented fair value gap, the first presented fair value gap for Monday. That's a good idea. Please don't trade. I saw that some of you push the trade button and they're with me for so long now inside the lunch hour. Please don't do that. Lunch hour is a trap. Don't fall into the trap. Some days you will do better, Most of the days you will lose. You'll take the losing trade. Please don't do that habit, man. Come on. Don't frame any trade inside the lunch hour. Don't do that. Whoever is showing you that, give them a shit. Even if I show you sometimes the lunch hour trade, don't follow me. Lunch hour is an area where you are not going to trade. Take a break, take some food, go outside, take a walk on that 1 hour and 20 minutes, but don't trade inside the lunch hour. I would love to be there. Thank you. No problem, Suzivan. Thank you so much, brother. Please don't miss it, okay? You need to visit UK. I need to visit UK. I have been in UK in 2017. I had a plan to go. I had a plan to visit there for stay there for 7 days. After 3 days, I returned because the weather was too messy and I didn't actually like it. I came back. But yeah, in 2017, a long time ago. We're close to 11:30 am. I wouldn't look for a setup now. Yeah, I actually noticed that later. Last few days I forgot about the time, lunch hour. But today I am not going to do that mistake. No trade is valid from 11:30, so I'm not interested to frame any trade right now. Instead, would love to let this go. Maybe if you are in this trade, you can hold it until this last parallel gap low. If you're not, you close the trade around the buy side liquidity, stop trading. That's all. Tell me which video you like in ICT 2024 and 2025 mentorship. I like to know that. Great content. I love 2024 mentorship. Not all of them. I think until 20 episode or 19 episode. I forgot actually. Then I find out that ICT started to conflict with his own strategy. That means where previously ICT explained the rejection block in a way in 2024, after that certain period of time, he started to explain the rejection block absolutely contradictory. So I stopped watching them because I was thinking that it's making the things complicated to me. I stopped watching them, and 2025, in my opinion, absolutely bullshit. He's just sharing the same logic in a different way, except the quadrant. So he added the quadrant level, which I loved most. I mean, it helped me a lot to understand this market while I started to study the quadrant level. Even I started to understand the dealing range as well by using the quadrant level. So I really give the uh, credit to ICT to reveal the quadrant level. Now, if you really would ask me for myself, I will say to go with the quadrant level. So whatever video or wherever ICT explained the quadrant level you can watch them if it is helpful for you. Otherwise, nothing I see. Like he has explained the suspension block, absolutely shit. I mean, I don't see any logic over there. Maybe my knowledge is limited. Yeah, it is what it is. I took off a couple of weeks the beginning of December and missed when you taught dealing range. I don't see a video with that topic. I want to learn this fully. Am I missing the video teaching it? I don't know. I Sister, you already know that I have no plan when I'm doing what I'm doing. I have no plan. I just go with the flow. Whenever I feel good, comfortable with talking about the water block, I talk about the water block. When I feel comfortable in live market to talk about the dealing dance, I talk about the dealing dance. So it depends, but I have no idea when I'm talking about which video. Okay, so I'm so sorry for that. But all the things I'm explaining, it's already have the video inside the study folder, but not in details. That is the basic. You are not interested anymore in the new week opening gap. What do you mean by that? New week opening gap? Of course, that new week opening gap low. See, my target is over there. New week opening gap low. No buy is valid while the market is below the new week opening gap. So if you can take a buy over here, you have to take the partial around the new week opening gap low. So of course, that is important, brother. After the fair value gap, it has to close above the new week opening gap. Have some spaghetti, smoke a lot, drink a coffee, then lose your. I lived in UK for 6 months while going going to uni there. But I hate the weather. It's so moody and rainy a lot. Absolutely, brother. That's my problem. It's so moody. By the way, guys, I'm going to buy a camera actually after 26th of December. Actually, I have a like I'm crazy about taking photos. I'm really crazy about those people who are with me for so long. They knows that I'm going to buy. If anyone has any recommendation, you guys can please give me that. So far, I have planned to buy a Canon R50, um, Canon R50 mirrorless camera APS-C with a lens RF 100 to 400 millimeter. Okay, that's my plan. I'm so sorry because I have nothing to talk about the price right now anymore. It's inside the lunch hour. I don't give a shit what is going to happen over here. I'll let them go. My trade is done. The session is done. So I'm just asking you guys, if you have any suggestion, please give me. If you have any photography experience, then give me the suggestion. It's confirmed. I have done a lot of research and finally I have decided to buy with a limited budget. Okay, I have a very limited budget by the way. So I'm going with Canon EOS R50 body, and the lens is gonna be one lens. I'm going to take one lens only, and that's gonna be RF 100 to 400 millimeter. For everyone here, okay, if you want to learn how market really moves, learn about premium and discount logic that talks about, find all of the streams where he talks about it and learn. It's very difficult for most of the people. What did Mahadi say? I will learn. Oh, okay, Mahadi. Mahadi is a very good guy. I love him in a brother's way. Buy Canon only. Yes, I am planning to buy Canon R50 sister, Sophia. But you should. Mostly street photography plus wildlife. Wildlife means some kind of macro. I love macro. That's my uh, perfect. Portrait, I hate portrait actually. I don't know how to take the portrait. If you have recommended any your members only video, which video that will be? Thanks for your previous response. Brother, I will every video inside the macro, sorry, inside the members only is important. It's me, for me actually, it's very important. If you have interested to go a bit deeper inside the price section. So like those people who are my members, you can better ask them. They will better be able to explain is it worthy to take the membership or not, because I'm not interested to influence any of you to take the membership. The free things to our channel is more than enough. You don't need to take the membership. They're kind of like, I will say that this is the appreciation. So these people are paying me something. I'm trying to do something for them, especially, but it's not something like I'm trying to teach them rocket science and they're going to be profitable because they're my member. It's not something like that. So my point is very clear. You don't need to take the membership. If you take it, I will say that it's just an appreciation because you're appreciating. That's all, brother. But you don't need to think that like if you take the membership you will learn something. I'm not talking here. I just go over the a bit deeper area. So sometimes something, okay, something like that. I hope those people who are my members, they'll be better explain that to you if they have seen any differences or something like that. However, but it's more than enough in my belief to be a normal subscriber. You don't need to be the member. Yes, Canon is the best. Yeah, I'm planning for that. If any of you has the experience about the photography, please give me some suggestion before I buy, because when I will buy that, I will have no other opportunity to change it, at least near for 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. If I had to select only one video, this is that full ICT concepts in one video. Easy way to learn. Yeah, Mahdi. And it's absolutely free, brother. You don't need to be the member. It's absolutely free inside the lunch hour. So remember, what did I say? If it build a bullish farewell gap from 15 minutes chart, I would prefer this market to fall to take that liquidity, trade this bullish cap, and then wait for a kind of setup here, 22 YT model or inverse gap or something like that. Remember, it's not valid because it's inside the lunch hour. I prefer this will start to go higher. So when I'm seeing this, I'm not getting very excited to take the sell here. I'm not going to get very excited. Maybe this market will keep falling. I don't give a shit. I will not take that sell. I prefer to go for a buy. More importantly, it is going to happen from 15-second chart. So not 1 minute chart. You will see something very peculiar thing here. Actually, the 15-second chart is gonna give you better opportunity, as I told you, because this is inside this 1 minute leg, And this is the retracement from that 1 minute leg by marking the premium discount, whatever it is you are going to say. Just saying, okay? But please don't try to take an entry right now. Have a good day, brother. I will see you tomorrow. Good, God willing. My kids are home due to holiday. So even just before going, let me know, are you green or red? Just before going, let me know that. And guys, please don't forget to push the like button. I don't know it's 100 or not. I just need 4 more likes. If you guys please push the 4 more likes, it's gonna be 100 likes. It's gonna be a great achievement for me. Please. Come on, man. You are rich. Forget about Canon, Nikon, and all you need. Ah, really? I'm gonna ask that to Tamimi. Tamimi is gonna gift it to me, okay? He's gonna give it to me. I'm green across two funded accounts and one Eval account. Congratulations, brother. See you next time. Let's do survey for color of account. Not a lot of people are over here. Let's see. Stadia. Sophia, what is your account color, sister? All green, green. I'll vote before leaving. Okay. Me too, green. Okay. Please don't trade inside the lunch hour. Please. The request, guys. I'll just take 6 more minutes, then I'll close the stream, okay? Just 6 minutes, then I'll close. Because still I'm waiting for the camera. For some kind of suggestion from you guys. 81 people are watching. I believe that out of this 81 people, there will be at least one or two guys who will be very fond of photography. So I'm really interested to get some suggestion from you guys. As well as if I get one more likes, that's gonna be 100 likes. Just one more likes. Hey Tony, thank you for brother for being green. Congratulations, brother. Idea for next year, Tito, you need to a live streaming. Idea for next year, Tito, you need to a live streaming. I really didn't get your comment, Jamie. Okay, two things is here. Last Friday, I got another payout from that take profit trader. To be honest, I didn't have any plan to get that payout from that take profit trader. I wanted to blow that account, and when I tried to blow the account, I got another payout, unfortunately. And to be honest, I really would love to spend that money for this camera. Okay, that's all. I have no intention to uh, use that money for my setup where I'm getting my income from YouTube and affiliate. So I'm not interested to put any money from earning from that take profit. I mean, sorry, that profit from all the trading. That's why I'm not buying the microphone, whatever it is. If I stay in Portugal, I'm still trying to find a job. When I'll get a job, I'll take a break, actually 2 to 3 months break to gather some money. When I'll have that money, I will buy some microphone, then the setup, like monitor, CPU, everything. I'll try to buy them. I want to make halal my income actually. If I go back to Bangladesh, then I don't need to worry about that because I can take the money from my mother and then I will buy all of these things, necessary things for live streaming through that money. Right now, I just don't, I'm not interested to use that money I got from the take profit trader to spend for my setup. Now you will say that, brother, this is bullshit. I agree with you because I have some problem, okay, psychological problem about the halal and haram. I don't want to make add any money for my income that I got from the trading. According to our religion and according to my belief, it's haram. So I don't want to start my income with that haram income. buy this camera. I had a very, like hobby. It's my hobby from the from my childhood. So yeah. Okay. I hope you got the reply, brother. Sony ZV-E10 is also a great camera. Okay, brother. I will just take a screenshot and I'll research it actually. But you have to understand that the budget. I need the mirrorless. Full frame, it's okay. If I don't get the full frame, I don't need to worry about that. The APS-C or the short, I mean, crop frame is enough. So for according to my research for a long time, so I need mirrorless camera with kind of limited budget. If Sony is going to support that, of course I'll study that, brother. I mean, I'll see or not. Whether haram means forbidden in Islam. Yeah, thank you, brother. Mahdi, yeah, haram means forbidden in Islam. I got 100 likes, actually, exactly 100 likes, and out of 20 people, 73% people are green. Happy to see that. Market is consolidating. I think it's done. For anybody has any question, if you have any question, let me know. Otherwise, I'll close the stream. In normal time, you are not going to take any sell. You will only take the buy. That is how you will start learning. You're not going to take sell, buy. You're not going to do that. You will let all the sell go, and then you will take the buy only at the beginning. According to your bias, if you find the entry, you will take that entry. You're not going to go for any kind of entry which is against your bias. My bias was bullish. If I want, I would love to go for only the buy. All the sell, I'll let them go. But if you are with me for so long, you know how to look for that sell, buy, everything possible. Most of the time, I don't do that. But as it is December, I really didn't want to miss any leg. That's why I went for sell and buy both of them. I'm not seeing your screen properly. What do you mean by say that? It's not clean. I think yes. Okay, brother, I'm done actually for today. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. Any question? If no question, say goodbye. Next entry is valid from 12:50 until 12. If I see any comment from anyone to the Discord who is talking about an entry inside the lunch hour, I'm gonna block him for sure. If you do that by the paper money, congratulations. I don't have any problem. But if I see any of you are talking about an entry to your funded account or the challenge account inside the lunch hour, I'm gonna block them because you are going to inspire other people to trade inside the lunch hour. I'm not gonna accept that. So my point is clear. Please don't mind, but it's really important. Please don't do that. Okay, thank you so much, FL Trader Sujivan. Thank you so much. We are going to meet tomorrow, inshallah, or around the PM session. If I see anything good, I'll of course try to talk about that. Until then, cheers, guys.